seamlessly to an app. Once you select your desired doneness, the app alerts you when to take the steaks off the grill or the turkey out of the oven. It's that simple. Order one now on ChefIQ.com. That's ChefIQ.com.
Oh, no.
Ah, that's the sound of someone who's misplaced
My debit card.
their debit card.
Where did I leave that thing?
Not at the gas pump, or the checkout counter, or the roof of your car. Now, if he has the Chase mobile app, he can use Card Lock.
Wait, I could just lock my card.
Yep, just a few tippy taps on his phone, and that sound? That's peace of mind from Chase.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
There's nothing like when you get that part from eBay and it just fits. Yeah, the first time. So you can do less of this and get right back to more of this. At eBay, you'll find all the parts you need, guaranteed to fit, at prices you'll love. Sounds good, doesn't it? eBay, things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
BC Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
Cubs Braves at Wrigley Field, game 2 of a 3-game set. Who are you banking on? Is sponsored by BC Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. I'm banking on Kyle Tucker, who's batting .378 over his last 10 games with 3 homers and 8 RBIs. The pitching matchup is sponsored by Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Enjoy the laid-back experience of Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Left-hander Shota Imanaga starting for the Cubs, 8-6 with a 3.08 ERA. He went 7 innings last week in San Francisco, giving up just 3 runs, a quality start. Meantime, fellow left-hander Joey Wentz going for the Braves, 5-4, a 4.92 ERA. He's coming off a win against Miami last week, 6 2/3, just 1 run allowed. So 2 pitchers coming off quality starts going tonight here at Wrigley Field, Imanaga and Wentz. Around baseball, sponsored by Great Clips. It's going to be great. In progress, top of the 4th. Tigers leading the Mets 2-1. The Pirates a 4-1 lead over the Dodgers after 2 innings of play. In the bottom half of the 2nd, the Blue Jays all over the Reds, 8-1 in Cincinnati. Bo Bichette with a 3-run home run. George Springer led off the game by going deep, his 25th of the year. The Red Sox on top of the Guardians, 4-1 now. In the bottom half of the 3rd inning, Ceddanne Rafaela with a 2-run single. The Nationals on top of the Marlins, 3-0 after 3 innings of play. Jacob Young with a ribby single. Mariners and Rays about to get started in Tampa. If you're wondering about Milwaukee, the first-place Brewers are off. They will play Philadelphia tomorrow. Now let's pause as we get set for the playing of the national anthem here at Wrigley Field prior to game 2 of this 3-game set between the Cubs and the Braves.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does the star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Heather, Shina, and Justin Thielewan performing the national anthem here at Wrigley Field tonight. The national anthem sponsored by Patriot Pavement Maintenance, simplifying pavement maintenance for industrial, commercial, and educational clients. It's time for baseball at Wrigley Field. Cubs, Braves, Pat, Ron, next on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Kyle Tucker. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
A brain tumor, a stroke, a condition threatening who you are. At Loyola Medicine, our nationally ranked neurology team maps every move to protect speech, mobility, and identity. Because saving lives also means preserving what makes you, you. At Loyola Medicine, tough is what we do and who we are. Visit loyolamedicine.org/tough.
Welcome to Old National Bank.
Hi, I was wondering what you could do for my small business.
Tons. Have time to talk?
Not much. We're in a 30-second radio ad.
Oh, I'll get straight to the point then. Our solutions are customized for small businesses. Our services make financial management simple, and our pricing is always transparent.
Outstanding. Wow.
Yeah. So, ever been in an ad before?
Nope. How do I look?
Good. But we're on the radio, remember?
Right. Hi, Mom.
Customized small business banking from Old National Bank. Member FDIC. Get old.
The Chef IQ Sense is a wireless cooking thermometer everyone should have. It eliminates under or overcooking your chicken, fish, or meat to achieve perfection. Order one now at chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
Cubs fans, Pat Hughes here. Join Ron Coomer, Zach Zaidman, and me for every Cubs game on 670 The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
He drives one in the air, deep left center. Back goes Cruz. It's got a chance. Gone. Home run, Dansby Swanson. High fly ball, deep right field. This ball's got a chance. It is gone for a home run.
And if you live in the Chicago area, also on the free Odyssey app.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast is brought to you by Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico.
And now, Odyssey and 670 The Score bring you Chicago Cubs baseball on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago, this is Ian Happ.
They set into right. Cubs win the ball game. Ian Happ, a game-winning single.
It's Pete Crow Armstrong.
Gone. Three-run homer, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Hey, it's Kyle Tucker.
Kyle drives one in the air to right field. That ball is gone. It's a three-run homer.
Yeah, this is what you came here for. You got the Cubs game on The Score.
Chicago Cubs baseball is presented to you in part by Benny's Beverage Depot, Nissan, Benjamin Moore, Hefty Trash Bags, Arturo Tire, James Hardy Building Products, AARP, Sea Glass Wine, Volvo, Sloan, Xfinity, It's Not a Game, Illinois.com, your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers, and Yingling, the oldest brewery in America. And now here's the Hall of Famer, Pat Hughes, and All-Star Ron Coomer with all the exciting play-by-play action of Chicago Cubs baseball.
Chicago Cubs baseball is on the air from Wrigley Field in Chicago. It's game 2 of this 3-game series between the Chicago Cubs and the Atlanta Braves. Good evening, everybody. Along with former Cub and All-Star Ron Coomer, it's Pat Hughes reporting. Zach Zaidman working alongside. We all thank you for joining us. Cubs with a dramatic come-from-behind win yesterday. They were down 6-1 at one juncture, came storming back to win 7-6 in 10 innings. And tonight, left-hander Shota Imanaga will try to make it 2 in a row in this series against Joey Wentz of the Braves. Let's go ahead and get right to the starting lineups for tonight's game. Leading off for Atlanta, the right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr. Matt Olson at first. Ozzie Albies bats third and plays second base. Marcell Ozuna, the designated hitter. Michael Harris II is the Braves center fielder. Ha-Sung Kim, just claimed off waivers by the Braves from the Tampa Bay roster, is in the lineup tonight and playing shortstop. Ha-Sung Kim. Eli White in left. Sean Murphy catching and batting ninth and playing third base. Nacho Alvarez Jr. Those are the Braves. Here are the Cubs. Cubs 5.5 games behind Milwaukee in the Central Division of the National League. Nico Horner leading off at second base. Kyle Tucker in right field. Batting third, the designated hitter for the Cubs, Seiya Suzuki. Carson Kelly catching. Justin Turner to bat fifth and play first base. Ian Happ in left field. Dansby Swanson at shortstop. Matt Shaw batting eighth and playing third base. And Kevin Alcantara is the center fielder playing in his first Cubs game this season. So there you have the lineups. Shota Imanaga against Joey Wentz. The umpires, by the way, Andy Fletcher will call balls and strikes. Andy is also the crew chief. Malachi Moore working at first. Austin Jones, the second base umpire, and Jensen Visconti working over at third. It's game 2 in the series. Big crowd on hand. Cubs will try to keep the wins rolling along. We'll be back to get it started right after this on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Listen to every Cubs game right here on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Toyota's national sales event is on. Visit your local Toyota dealer and discover which Toyota is right for you. Hurry in now before it all ends. Toyota, let's go places.
It's game time. Time to crack open a Yuengling. After 196 years, the wait is over. Yuengling is finally available here in Illinois. Look for it at your favorite bar store. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America. And Patrick, one of the more exciting ball games we've had all year, with a big finish and extra innings for the Cubs. And, you know, those are some of those games that you hope can build, as you talk about a lot, momentum in a season, momentum in a game. But it's September. Momentum right now, if it's good, it's a really good thing.
It really is the perfect time of the year to have as much momentum heading forward as you possibly can, Ron. The 5-run deficit from which they rallied to win equals the season high. They were down by 5 in a game at Cincinnati back on May the 25th before they rallied to win. And yesterday they were down 6-1 and came back to win. But the crowd, I thought, played a big factor in yesterday's game. And another good audience here tonight. We are ready for baseball. And what a beautiful night, Ron, for a game.
Like, just gorgeous. It's been beautiful downtown all day long. And you get here to Wrigley, and it's just a gorgeous night.
Ronald Acuna Jr., former league MVP, 0 for 4 yesterday. The left-hander Shota Imanaga ready to work. The game's first pitch, check swing. It's taken high, and it is a strike, says Malachi Moore down at first. Already Ronald Acuna looking down at him as if to say, really? You thought I swung? Might be a long night for the umpires.
Yeah.
Here comes the 0-1. Check swing foul. And the count 0-2. Ron, as you think about Imanaga facing these Braves, what's on your mind?
I think at the end of the day, it's always about fastball command with Shota. When he has great fastball command, he makes it really tough on the hitter because he throws his fastball in places that, you know, make it difficult to square him up. And then you have to somewhat cheat to get to that fastball sometimes. And then that's where the split just becomes devastating. Home plate umpire Andy Fletcher got nicked on pitch number 2 and taking a little time. That one caught him clean. That was a foul tip right into, I think, his quad area.
So we had a little brief argument on the first pitch. An umpire gets drilled on the second. Here is the 0-2 pitch on the way to Ronald Acuna Jr. And he fouls it back. It's a tough enough job before having a hassle on every single pitch.
Get comfortable. If that's the case, it could be a long night for us.
It's never an easy job under the best of circumstances. Here comes the 0-2 pitch on the way to Acuna. Swung on and missed. There's that splitter that you mentioned, Ron. It's out number 1. Strikeouts by Cubs batters or Cubs pitchers against opposing hitters. Those are always a good thing, and they're brought to you by Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. One away, here's Matt Olson.
Now a couple good fastballs, sets up the split finger. Exactly the sequence Shota uses.
Fastball is up and in. Imanaga 8-6 for the year, a good earned run average, 3.08. I was looking at his season log, Ron. 20 starts. Only twice has he allowed more than 3 earned runs in any of the 20 games. A deep drive slicing foul to left and back out of play. That means 18 of his 20 starts, basically, he's kept the Cubs in the game and given them a chance to win.
I mean, what more do you ask for out of your starting pitcher? You know, out of 18 starts. I mean, he's been incredible since Cubs have signed him. He really has.
1 ball and 1 strike on Matt Olson. The left-handed batting first baseman checks and takes outside, 2-1. Game time temperature, probably right around 70 degrees. It just warmed up to about 73, I'm told. There's a check swing. It's down low, 3-1.
It was the last fastball heated up the stadium a little bit.
That'll do it. Yep. Game time temperature sponsored by Four Seasons. Heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electric. Your trusted local experts, Four Seasons. And the 3-1 to Olson, and it's outside for ball 4. So nobody has put the ball in play just yet. A strikeout and a walk to begin the game. A man at first, and the batter is Ozzie Albies.
Our last fastball, trying to hit the outside corner a few different times. Shota just missed the outside edge with a slider and with a fastball.
Albies 2 for 4 yesterday. Switch hitter batting right-handed. Drives one to center, deep but playable for Alcantara. Makes the catch a step shy of the track, just to the left of straightaway, and that's out number 2. The breeze, not much of a factor right now. It's just a little zephyr. So it looks like, Ron, if you hit it hard, it could leave the yard just about in any direction.
Yeah, it's going to be a good night to hit here at Wrigley Field. It's warm. The wind is really not a factor, so the ball should really carry here at Wrigley.
2 down, Marcell Ozuna, the batter. DH, 20 home runs. He'll take a strike.
This first inning is powered by Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors Incorporated. Speed Gun is always powered by Xfinity. Seriously powerful Wi-Fi. Xfinity, the Wi-Fi is booming.
Ozuna struck out in the 10th inning as a pinch batter yesterday. One of the key outs recorded by Andrew Kittredge, who turned out to be the winning pitcher. Strikeouts are always important in any game, but boy, you get to those extra inning games, they are vital. Now the 1-1 from Shota. Swing and a miss. Kind of a late cut by Ozuna. And it's 1-2.
That's one of the better fastballs we've seen him cut loose in a while. That was 92. You know, and what that tells you, if you're late on the 92-mile-an-hour fastball in the middle of the plate, you've got split finger on the mind.
Let's see what Shota.
I'd throw him another heater up and in. That fastball in the strike zone right under his hands again.
Was in a wide open stance, hits out of a bit of a crouch. He's got a lot of power. And the 1-2, low and inside. Good save by the catcher, Carson Kelly. Kelly, one of the real heroes in yesterday's game. A homer that tied the game in the 8th inning. And a base hit that won the game in the 10th inning. Clutch twice.
Mm-hmm. A big home run. That really got the crowd into the game when he hit the home run.
No score, top of the first. 2 down, a man at first, the 2-2. Lifted foul off to the right out of play. Game time temperature of 73, sponsored by Four Seasons, heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electric. Your trusted local experts, Four Seasons. Cubs in their home white uniforms, the familiar blue pinstripes all over. Blue hats, sleeves, numbers, socks. Here comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Ozuna is out on strikes. Shota gives up a 1-out walk and nothing else. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Cubs coming up. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Matthew Boyd. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Man, that was easy.
Bulldog Rotary Hammer!
Hello?
It is I, He-Man, your inner Bosch.
Inner...
Bosch!
I'm sorry, what?
That powerful feeling you get when you can powerfully blast through concrete. Say it with me.
What, like right now?
Yes! We have the power!
Coom here. Let me tell you one of the things I really like about Yuengling. They brew a beer for everyone's taste. From their traditional lager to light lager, flight, golden pilsner, and even a black and tan. There's something for every kind of beer drinker. So whether you're firing up the grill, watching a game, or at the golf course, there's a Yuengling that fits the moment. Take a look at the lineup next time you're out. You might just find a new favorite. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America, official beer of the Cubs Radio Network, DG Yuengling & Sons, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Change is always happening. But no matter what changes in 5 years, there's one thing that will stay the same: the price of your internet. With the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi, with our best equipment included, for a price that stays exactly the same. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
Car accident? Call DNW right now. Slip and fall? Call DNW right now. Any accident at all? Call DNW Law right now. Don't hesitate. Call the 8s, 312-888-8888.
Nico Horner to lead it off here in the bottom of the first inning. No score. Braves in their traveling uniforms. Left-hander Joey Wentz starting for Atlanta. Big, tall southpaw. First pitch on the way to Nico Horner, the Cubs leadoff man. He'll take high. Cubs leadoff batters presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. If Nico gets a base hit, Benny's Beverage Depot to donate $100 to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. There is a strike. Wentz has worked Ron as both a reliever and a starter this year. What's the plan against him?
Well, to me, he's basically a two-pitch pitcher. They talk about he's got a fastball, a curveball, a cutter, and a change.
There's a liner to left, a base hit. Leadoff single by Nico Horner. Another $100 from Benny's Beverage Depot going to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. Good start.
Yeah, very good start. That's that little slider or cutter inside, down and into Nico. He drops the head of the bat on it. But in watching film of Wentz today, he uses his changeup very, very seldom. So his breaking pitches, there's only a few miles an hour apart. So to me, just from the hitter's perspective, you look at him and you go, well, that's fastball, breaking ball guy to me. And now I eliminate the changeup. And if a right-handed hitter like Nico, it's either fastball or it's coming in at me, and they're somewhat similar. And Nico hammered that last cutter or slider in the left field.
Horner being held on by Olsen at first. Tucker, nothing for 5 yesterday. Kyle takes a strike from the lefty Joey Wentz. Braves in their traveling unis, the navy blue shirts, gray trousers. Navy blue and red stripe going down the side of the pants. Here comes the 1-1 to Tucker instead of toss to first. Braves have navy blue hats and red numbers on their backs. Uniform description sponsored by Benjamin Moore. On the field or the walls of your home, the right team and colors make all the difference. Official paint of the Chicago Cubs, Benjamin Moore. The pitch to Tucker, swinging a foul off to the left. Tucker, nothing for 5 in the series opener. Those are a little easier to take when your team wins the game, but nobody ever wants to go 0 for 5, not at any level of this game.
No, not at all. And I think Tuck knows he's trying to get back on track, and we're seeing signs of it at times. You know, he was in such a good run early in the season, and I think when you start looking at October baseball, Cubs need him to be a a major impact player if they're going to play deep in October.
His defense has still been very solid out in right, but he has not hit in the second half the way he did in half number 1. Short lead by Horner, the pitch by Wentz. Swinging a bouncer to first, glove by Olsen, go to second, 1, right back to first, and that's not in time. According to Malachi Moore, the throw pulled Olsen up off the bag. That might be reviewed and challenged by Atlanta. We'll see.
Now the throw, they have to throw around Nico, and throw is up, and I think Moore got the call right. They're not going to challenge, and Olsen was just up in the air enough to where Nico got on the bag in time, or Tucker got on the bag in time.
It's always an awkward play for a first baseman run when there's a throw up above your head. You got 2 goals. Catch the ball, but keep your foot on the bag, and you can't do both sometimes.
As a first baseman, the golden rule, catch the ball. You got to get the ball.
Catch the ball and then try to land on the bag before the runner does.
There you go.
Fielder's choice, 3-6, Tucker at first. No score, bottom of the first, Seiya Suzuki, the batter. Seiya 1 for 5 yesterday. Taps one slowly toward the second baseman, Albies. He'll step on the bag for the force. Slight collision between the runner, Tucker, and Albies. Both men are okay. Ah-Sung Kim playing his first game in an Atlanta uniform today. He was claimed off waivers by the Braves from Tampa, and according to the story that I read, Ron, he is guaranteed a salary for next year at about $16 million.
Oh, wow.
So it's a little bit of a gamble for Atlanta to claim him. Here's Carson Kelly swinging and missing. Suzuki safe on the fielder's choice at first. 2 down, no score first inning. Kelly, Mr. Clutch yesterday. The pitch by Joey Wentz is outside for a ball. Good crowd, not a sellout. If you're in the area, we've got a few empty seats. Come on out and enjoy this beautiful weather. Cubs are in a pennant race. 5.5 behind Milwaukee. A number on the ground foul toward first. In a scheduling peculiarity, Milwaukee is not playing tonight. They played yesterday against the Phillies at American Family Field. Tuesday, a scheduled day off, and they'll resume the series with the Phillies tomorrow.
Yeah,
very
how about
strange.
that? Yeah.
Now the stretch for the 1-2. And Kelly takes low. Zach, I think you were giving us the reason why Milwaukee did that. Tell us.
Initially, they were scheduled to play to have the day off yesterday, Labor Day, but the Brewers wanted to play because it's a holiday. People are off, big crowd. So they played yesterday and took today off.
And the 2-2, it's high and outside for a ball. And it's not the first time a decision has been made on Cash, nor will it be the last.
No, not even today.
Full count on Kelly. The lead by Seiya. There he goes. The pitch taken for strike 3 call. Kelly called out on strikes. Cubs don't score. We go to the second inning. 0-0 game. Cubs and Braves on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
This is your home for every pitch of Cubs baseball. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Future You is using their rapid rewards for their next vacation. All thanks to present you signing up with Southwest Airlines, where you earn points every time you fly. Because what's the point of points that future you can't use? And since your rapid rewards points don't expire, you can save up for that big trip. Get ready to reward future you with a future flight. Sign up for rapid rewards today and redeem your points on any seat, any day, anytime. Only at Southwest. All rapid rewards rules and regulations apply and can be found at southwest.com/RR terms.
At 19 weeks pregnant, I found out my blood was attacking my baby. I'm Ellen,
And my team said her only chance at survival was a rare procedure.
Top ranked in Illinois for obstetrics and gynecology by U.S. News and World Report, the team at Northwestern Maternal Fetal Medicine Clinic treats high-risk pregnancies from across Chicagoland. They performed an unprecedented 5 in utero blood transfusions to ensure Ellen and her baby had a compatible blood type.
Today, my baby is healthy and full of life.
Northwestern Medicine, better.
James Hardie Building Products knows how important your home is. That's why they're rated the #1 brand of siding in North America. Trusted by homeowners on over 10 million homes from coast to coast, they can give your home a beautiful design without compromising on durability and protection. They also know how important it is to support your hometown and root for the home team. That's why James Hardie is proud to sponsor the Cubs. James Hardie Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
Save time every time for a great haircut. Just download the Great Clips app or check in online at greatclips.com. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Top 2 at Wrigley Field. Cubs and Braves scoreless. The second inning is brought to you by Sea Glass Wines, official partner of the Cubs, bringing the California coast to you wherever you are. Pat?
Pretty soon we're going to have a very special guest in our booth. First pitch to Michael Harris II. It brushes him back, a fastball high and inside. His helmet flew off. He dropped his bat. Kind of a dramatic-looking play to start the inning. Harris had a big day yesterday. 2 for 5, drove in 4 with both a 2-run single and a 2-run double. And he's hitting in the 330s since the All-Star break. Very good fielder in center. Michael Harris II hits a ground ball to second base. Routine for Horner, and he throws out a hustling Harris. I like it when a guy hits a routine ground ball and hustles. And I mean really hustles to first. That's what I noticed Harris did that time, Ron.
Yeah, I mean, that's a 2-hopper right to Nico. He throws this ball to first, and it's, I don't want to say a bang-bang play, but it's close. Close enough. I couldn't agree more.
Ha-Seong Kim, the batter. Kim with Tampa not hitting that well. Here's a chopper. Glove by Imanaga. Throws to first. Low. Dug out by Turner. Good play by both men. Shota scrambled down off the mound toward third. Gloved it. Probably hurried the throw more than he really had to. And his low throw backhanded on the short hop beautifully by Justin Turner. 2 down.
Yeah, it's good athleticism to get over there to get that ball. And I agree with you. Probably could have just taken a little bit more time, but great play by Turner digging that throw out of the dirt.
Here's Eli White. Eli did not play yesterday. Getting back to guys hustling, though, Ron, as a defensive player, you're very aware when you play against these guys all the time. You know who the hustlers are and who the guys that are not hustling.
There's no doubt. Infielders know for sure.
And as a result, you know when there's a hustler up there, it puts a little more challenge on you.
Well, you just don't have any time, right? You're never going to take your time. You're going to feel it and get rid of the ball immediately. Absolutely.
Eli White pops it up. This is playable. Left side of the infield for either Shaw or Swanson. It's the latter. Dansby slaps the leather on it to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down. Middle of inning number 2. 0-0 game. Cubs and Braves on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Cade Horton. Listen to Every Game Here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Sloan has been providing restroom products at Wrigley Field for 111 years, and we're proud to now expand into the concourse with our brand new bottle fillers that provide clean drinking water for Cubs fans all season long. Learn more at sloan.com.
Oh, hey.
Hey, thanks for meeting me here. It's just, you're my only lawyer friend, and I need your professional opinion. You see that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there? That's all I paid for it.
Let me get back to you on that. Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. At the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Right now, for a limited time, you can lease the Hyundai Tucson for $239 a month or get $1,750 bonus cash. Offers end September 2nd. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Where do the Cubs shop to celebrate a big win? Binny's Beverage Depot. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Hey, baseball fans, now at Verizon, they are knocking it out of the park with low prices. Locked in for 3 years guaranteed on my plan. Get a single line for a low price of just $50 a month when you switch and bring your phone on unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Only on a network you can count on. Slide into your local Chicago Verizon store today.
$20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rates. Additional terms and conditions apply.
FinishingChicago.com for the industry's best drywall finishing, wall covering, glass systems, signage, and painting contractors. Rely on FinishingChicago.com.
Bottom 2 at Wrigley. Cubs, Braves scoreless. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk with Rahimi and Harris, 10 a.m. to 2 on the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
This Saturday, September 6th, the Cubs take on the Nationals at 1:20 in the afternoon. Up to the first 10,000 early arriving fans will receive a Harry Carey fan graphic tee presented by Benjamin Moore. Be here for it. Visit Cubs.com/tickets. Pat?
Harry Carey, and we mentioned Carey Pinkowski is here from the Bank of America Chicago Marathon. We'll talk to Carey shortly as Justin Turner leads off the second inning. 0-0 game. Justin hitting .211, swings and fouls it back. Ian Happ to follow, and then Dansby Swanson. Playing this earlier start now. The night games, make a note, if you have tickets to games in September, the night games midweek are 6:40 starts, not the 7:05s that we have during the summer. Here comes the 1-1. Turner will take high for a ball.
I like the 6:40 start.
Same.
Yep. I like getting rolling a little earlier. I think the fans really like it. I thought a couple years ago when they were debating on doing this, they kind of polled the fans. And I think a lot of teams did it around the league, and I think everybody kind of likes this 6:40 start.
Swinging a foul off to the right and out of play. The defense straight away against Justin Turner. Defensive alignment sponsored by Fitzgerald Equipment. Material handling handled. Learn more at FitzgeraldEquipment.com. Scoreless game, second inning. Big, tall left-hander Wentz fires. Breaking ball just outside. You can always tell when an umpire takes a real long look at a pitch. Just that little nervous hesitation. And now the 3-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike three. It's the best fastball he has thrown. One away, here's Ian Happ.
Managers' challenges and instant replays. And all reviews of this game. They're sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. Second opinion's always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine.
Happ in a nice hot stretch. Homers in 3 of his last 4 games. Homered yesterday. Went 3 for 5. His average up to 238. As he takes a breaking ball strike, 0-1. But this is the time of year, Ron, getting back to where we are and what's at stake. You want all of your guys playing at the very highest level and the most productive level of the year, if possible. It's not always going to happen, and it's not going to happen to every single guy. But you do need some guys to do it, though.
Absolutely. If you think you're going to play in October, your key, your best players got to be playing well. They've got to be healthy, and you've got to do anything in your power to get them as healthy and as, on target with their game as you can get.
1-1 to Happ is taken for a strike. We talked several times yesterday about the great crowd at Wrigley, and it was an amazing crowd. And I do think the crowd had something to do with that win. I really do, as Happ swings and fouls it back. Let me ask you this. I was thinking about that earlier. It inspires the Cubs, the way the crowd gets into it and creates even more adrenaline, I think, for the Cub ball players. And it has a somewhat intimidating effect for the opposition. Would you agree?
I would agree. I definitely think it affects the guy on the mound at times.
Now the 1-2 to Ian. Fouled away off to the right out of play. We were talking to Ryan Dempster that one time, and I said, Ryan, you were a visiting pitcher here at Wrigley. What's it like? He said, you find yourself gripping the ball tighter than you really want to.
Yeah.
And that's just nerves right there.
And that's a problem. That's right. That's exactly right.
Here's the 1-2. Swing and a foul. He stayed alive. And I would think the younger and the more inexperienced a guy is, the more significant that feeling of nerves might be. What do you think?
Absolutely. I think we see it regularly here at Wrigley Field with young pitchers pitching late in the game against the Cubs when the crowd is, really booming it. It does have an effect. There's no doubt.
Here's the 1-2 to Happ. Swing and a miss. Pretty good battle between those two men, but Joey Wentz strikes out Happ. Third consecutive strikeout for the Braves left-hander. 0-0 game. Second inning. 2 down, bases empty for Dansby Swanson. Dansby, the former Brave, was on their 2021 World Series championship team. He was 1 for 3 with a couple of RBIs yesterday. Dansby on an RBI tear right now, Ron. How about 8 RBIs in his last 4 games?
Yeah, that'll work. Well, Dansby's been such a good defensive player, and now 21 and 67 for the year.
Fastball strike 1-1. And his defense always shows up.
Yeah.
He's won Gold Gloves. You might win another one this year. Here comes the 1-1 pitch from Joey Wentz. Swinging and a foul back.
Yeah, you could definitely make a case for him being a Gold Glove shortstop. There is no doubt. I think Cubs have a couple of them. I think Nico is also a guy that you could make a case sort of be the Gold Glover, and I don't think there's any doubt in center field about Pete Crow Armstrong being a Gold Glover.
Absolutely. Now the 1-2 to Swanson, and he will swing and foul it to stay alive. Joey Wentz, as we have said, a big man, 6'5", 220. He's a 27-year-old. It's the 3rd time he's faced the Cubs this season. The other 2 times were relief appearances when he was with Pittsburgh and Minnesota. So this is the 3rd different big league team he's been with this year. And now the 1-2 to Swanson. Low and inside, a curveball. His last 2 starts, he's been up and down. He got hit hard by the Mets. 9 hits, 6 earned runs in just over 3 innings back on August 22. And then his last start at Miami, just 1 run in 6 2/3 and a win against the Marlins. The 2-2 is outside for a ball. 3-2.
I think he fights command issues. I really do. And I think the command, not only out of the strike zone, but in the strike zone. When you throw a lot of pitches right in the middle of the plate, big league hitters are going to hit you. And I think at times that's his issue, as he loses command with that breaking ball. He's thrown 2 different breaking balls, but really they don't look a lot different to the hitter. And boy, when you lose them in the middle of the plate, they get hit.
Full count on Swanson. Bottom of the 2nd. 2 down, bases empty, no score, and the payoff pitch. Dansby swings and misses at an off-speed delivery, strike 3. 4 consecutive strikeouts now for Joey Wentz as he strikes out the side. Here in inning number 2, it's on to inning number 3. 0-0 game. Cubs and Braves on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk with Spiegel and Holmes on your ride home. Afternoons 2 to 6 on The Score.
Future You is using their rapid rewards for their next vacation. All thanks to present you signing up with Southwest Airlines, where you earn points every time you fly. Because what's the point of points that future you can't use? And since your rapid rewards points don't expire, you can save up for that big trip. Get ready to reward future you with a future flight. Sign up for rapid rewards today and redeem your points on any seat, any day, anytime. Only at Southwest. All Rapid Rewards rules and regulations apply and can be found at southwest.com/RR terms.
Fall is a time for football, falling leaves, cozy fires, and of course, a fresh haircut at Great Clips. Whether you want a whole new look for the season or just a trim on a cut you already love, the skilled stylists at your local Great Clips salon are ready to bring it to life for less. With convenient online check-in, you can stop in whenever it works for you. And with the affordable prices at Great Clips, you'll save money for fall fun too. So what are you waiting for? Download the app today and get a fresh haircut for fall at Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
At Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric, we make home service easy. We guarantee same-day service and installation with no extra charge for nights, weekends, or holidays. Family-owned for 53 years, Four Seasons has over 30,000 five-star Google reviews and an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. For all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical needs, for all the right reasons, call 866 Four Seasons.
For all the right reasons, call 866 Four Seasons.
The Chef IQ Sense is a wireless cooking thermometer everyone should have. It eliminates under or overcooking your chicken, fish, or meat to achieve perfection. Order one now on chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
Top three at Wrigley Field. Cubs and Braves are scoreless. Partly cloudy, 72 degrees at the moment. Time and temperature sponsored by Circa Sports Illinois. Bet like the pros and download the Circa Sports app today. Pat?
Kerry Penkowski has joined us. We were talking earlier about the Chicago Marathon, and he is the executive race director. Kerry, it's great to have you here. And we'll talk about the marathon as we go through this third inning. Sean Murphy leads it off and takes high. Welcome to our booth.
Well, it's always a pleasure. Thank you guys so much for having us up here. We enjoy this evening and looking forward to a great day, Sunday, October 12th.
You'd like to have a day like this for the marathon, wouldn't you?
Maybe a little bit cooler. A little bit cooler. Yeah, but
it's a beautiful day here in Chicago.
Yeah, but great for baseball.
Yeah, it's great for baseball, that's for sure.
But beautiful, beautiful evening here tonight.
Tell us about the multi-year agreement before we talk about the race between the Score, 670, WSCR AM, and you, the Bank of America, Chicago Marathon, and all the folks involved. It's kind of exciting. Ground ball to third, backhanded by Shaw. Long throw, one hop taken by Turner, and he tags the runner going by. Good play by both men. And that's out number one, Kerry.
Yeah, we're celebrating our 20th year working with the Score, and we're going to continue that relationship. Just an amazing partnership, helping us promote and elevate this event. So couldn't be happier, and we're looking forward to many years in the future.
It's an extensive 4-hour live race day radio broadcast, so that is a big deal. I know what it's like to be on the air for 4 hours.
Well, we've got a couple of former marathon runners,
Yeah.
Jenny Spangler, who was an Olympian,
Right.
and Josh Cox, and then you guys know Josh Liss. He's been anchoring the show. So
sure. Nacho Alvarez Jr. will take a curveball for a strike. 1-1, no score. We're in the third.
You were saying right before we went on, participation, not really an issue here in Chicago.
no,
is it?
we're just humbled and honored by the.
Bounce into the hole at short, tough play. Swanson gloves it, throws to first.
Wow.
He got it. What a play! What a play by Swanson! Unbelievable backhand stop on the grass as he slid on one knee. He got up quickly and off balance, threw it all the way to first, off the bag, but Turner came off and tagged the head first sliding Alvarez. What a play.
Well, the throw is the thing. He slides it with the catch, but then it's the sidearm throw from his backside as he's falling back towards the sidewall in left field and throws a strike. Turner comes off just a little bit to tag Nacho, and he is out at first base. How about that play?
Wow. Two down. Here is Ronald Acuna Jr. batting. And the pitch in there for a
You're
strike.
bringing some excitement.
Two of the greatest plays I've ever seen at Wrigley Field. That's I'm going to hang around up here for a little bit.
You're hired.
Dansby does put on a show with that glove at short. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Check swing, foul back. Now, I played amateur ball, Ron. I've gone into the hole when you look at first, you can't believe how long that throw is. You're looking around for a cutoff man is what you're doing.
Well, that's a sidearm throw, too, from the outfield grass in the hole. It's really the toughest play an infielder has to make or the shortstop has to make.
Here's the pitch high. But the Bank of America Chicago Marathon is a member of the Abbott World Marathon Majors. And a live broadcast right here on The Score. 100 countries are represented, all 50 states. Swinging a fly ball deep left center. That is back toward the wall and waiting and making the catch is Alcantara. Inning over. On a different day or night, that ball might have sailed out of here. We're going to continue with Kerry Pankowski in a minute. 3 up, 3 down, thanks to some great defense by Swanson. At the end of 2.5, no score. Cubs and Braves on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network. Is your business's pavement showing signs of wear and tear? Patriot Pavement Maintenance specializes in simplifying pavement maintenance and construction for industrial, commercial, and educational clients throughout Illinois. Based in Wheeling with over 30 years of experience, they provide asphalt paving, seal coating, concrete repair, and non-toxic solutions to protect and enhance your surfaces. Call 847-813-9034 or visit patriotpavement.net for a proposal. Patriot Pavement Maintenance. Pavement maintenance and construction made simple. patriotpavement.net. From the first pitch to extra innings, Sea Glass is your invitation to relax and recharge. As the official wine partner of the Chicago Cubs, Sea Glass brings the refreshing flavors of California's Central Coast to wherever you are, whether it's in the stands or on the couch. So pour yourself a glass and slide into your coastal state of mind. Look for Sea Glass in the wine aisle at your local retailer. Sea Glass, official wine partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Okay, guys, be honest. Are you a man who landed a career, built a family, and tackled other big goals, but then realized at some point you stopped having guy friends? You're not the only one. And now 2 organizations in Chicago are teaming up to help. AARP Chicago and Men Living have created a virtual series that invites men 50 and older to meet and create friendships. It's free, virtual, and designed to make it easier for men to connect. It's from 2 to 3 p.m. on September 3rd, 10th, and 24th. For more information and to register, visit aarp.org/IL.
James Hardy Building Products knows how important your home is. That's why they're rated the #1 brand of siding in North America. James Hardy is proud to sponsor the Cubs. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
Matt Shaw's on deck for the Cubs. Who's on deck is brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com. Huh?
Shaw swings and fouls it away. No score, bottom of the 3rd. Visiting with Kerry Pankowski, the executive race director of the Chicago Marathon. Part of the charm of this marathon is the fact that 29 vibrant neighborhoods in our great city are part of the course. Now, I was wondering, Kerry, how much, if much at all, has the running path or the running route of the race changed over the years?
We've made a few adjustments, but we've stayed with this design the past few years. We had some great performances, but one of the uniquenesses of it is that it's a great tour of the city. You get a real flavor for what Chicago's about, but it's also very accessible for friends, family members. They can get to different locations.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Shaw. A little pop fly foul off to the right out of play.
I know through the years it goes through our neighborhood where I live in River North.
Yeah.
And we have been able to be a fan, which we don't get to be a fan too often. I remember the first time we were out there and we left our place downtown and I was in shock. It was amazing how many people they were like part of the race because they all have friends or family running through. And that was one of the coolest experiences they had. And I've been coming to these stadiums and things for a long time.
Sure. I mean, there's such an intrinsic connection. If you have a family member, a loved one, significant other that's running. And, we work with the CTA here and they, you can move around and get to different locations. So that's a big, exciting aspect of the event. And about 20 to 24% of our participants have never been to Chicago before. Wow. So it's a great opportunity for them to discover this great city.
Another thing the marathon does, and I know you deserve a lot of the credit for this, Kerry, is the assisting of raising millions of dollars for charitable causes. And the economic impact for the city of Chicago is astronomical, over $500 million annually. Here comes the 2-2 to Shaw. It's taken down low and outside, but charities play a big role in the marathon.
One of the pillars last year, we set a record. We raised over $36 million race morning.
That's great.
We're trending way ahead of that this year. So we have over 200 charities that participate, and our partners in the hospitality and restaurant industry are big partners with ours.
Pop up toward first base. It'll be an easy catch for Olsen as Shaw is retired. One away, no score, bottom of the third.
The restaurant's got to love it. The carb load before the marathon.
A lot of pasta,
Yeah,
exactly.
We see it. You know, the city gets inundated with all the racers, and so we see it in downtown. And you always know, you know, all the Italian restaurants and all the pasta joints packed full of racers.
We do record amounts of pasta. For sure.
Here's a swing and a miss by Kevin Alcantara, having his first at-bat of the year.
And I'm not racing, and I join him.
Exactly. We need, the friends and family, they do a lot. They're a big part of that.
And the winning time is always incredible to me. Line drive, base hit to right. Welcome to the big leagues this season, Kevin Alcantara, his first at-bat. A nice clean single into right field with one away, and let's see if that sparks a rally, Ron.
Little inside fastball, and he just inside outs this ball to right field. Line drive single, so that's a great start for Alcantara.
Now, Kerry, I know you were quite a runner yourself, but I'm always amazed. 26 miles, 26 plus, in just over 2 hours? How is that possible?
Well, we've got some very, very talented athletes. And that tradition continues. The men's world record and the women's world record are here in Chicago. The women's American record, we've got a young American guy, Connor Mance, is going after the American record. So these athletes come to Chicago thinking and going fast. I mean, there's a tradition there. The course accommodates that, and it works the way that we design the course, the chemistry of the athletes. They just know they're going to go fast, and there's been such an amazing tradition over the years of great performances, going back to Joan Samuelson and Steve Jones, right. And all these iconic athletes that have Olympic champions that have competed here. So athletes get in that mindset, and that's what they train for, prepare for, and then do on race day.
And what a thing to put on your resume, Ron. Winning the Chicago Marathon. The runner goes, the pitch, line
there you go.
Base hit. Alcantara will stop at second. He didn't know exactly where the ball was. That happens when you're running with the pitch. So runners at first and second. Nico gets his second straight line drive single into left. 2 men on, 1 away, and Kyle Tucker, the batter.
Another good at bat for Nico. Second hit of the ball game, both to left field as they're trying to jam Nico, and they're unable to do that. Now the Cubs need a big swing of the bat from Kyle Tucker. Okay, I've always wanted to ask you, you've done this for a real long time, and it's been such a success. But on race day, what is your favorite thing about race day as you go into this?
You know, at that point in time, we have such an amazing staff.
Right.
The city is such an amazing partner. The departments, the police, fire department, the park district, everybody. I just kind of step back and enjoy it. Everything is done, and enjoy the racing, enjoy everybody discovering the city. So it's energy.
Yeah, your job is over. You get to enjoy the energy. You get fans and all the perspective.
Pretty much. I get to relax a little bit. So
my boss behind you is your buddy Mitch. He's going, kind of, yeah.
No, some of the team we have here tonight, you know, Dave Wiskowski and Alex Sawyer and Holly Petrovich,
I should ask them that, huh?
You should ask them what they do. Yeah, exactly.
Here's the 1-0 to Tucker, pulled foul on the ground pass first. 0-0 game. This is the best Cubs scoring chance so far. 2 men on with 1 away. It's always amazing. You get to this point of the season, and time just is like a jet plane. All of a sudden, we're in September, and the marathon is just over a month away.
It's amazing, absolutely amazing. And you obviously see the groups up and down the lakefront that are training for it out in the suburbs. So it really is, it's amazing. I mean, We have participants from all 50 wards in the city of Chicago, all 50 states represented, over 120 countries are coming from around the world.
Tucker swings and misses. The count 1-2.
120 countries are represented in the race.
Do many of the runners get here several weeks or maybe even months in advance to train and kind of acclimate themselves to the track and to the city and the weather?
That's a very good question, and the answer is no, they don't. They like to stay with their routine in the camps where they train. They like to come. This is the elite athletes. They like to come as late as possible. They like their own bed. They like their own training, and then they come here and perform.
Tucker trying to come through. 2 men on with 1 away. Lefty to lefty, the pitch. Kyle takes outside. Laid off a tough pitch, Ron.
Yeah, he did. That's a good breaking ball down and away that he took. One thing with Wentz, you're hoping if you're Tuck that he just starts this breaking ball at your front shoulder. It'll be a strike. That's the pitch you can drive.
The 2-2. They're swinging a drive to right, but it's going to be foul. A towering blast. Did not have home run distance, but it was a good swing.
Yeah, that was the pitch. That hanging breaking ball starts at his front shoulder, breaks over the inside part of the plate. Tuck just pulled the trigger just the snap of a finger too early.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 men on. 3rd inning, no score. Lefty to lefty, Wentz working on Tucker. The pitch hit in the air to left. Pretty well hit. That goes right. It's got a chance. Gone! 3-run homer, Kyle Tucker. Cubs lead 3-0. Come on.
That's a marathon blast right there. Nice. There you go.
Awesome. I'm bringing you guys some luck. I think I should hang out up here a little bit.
Mitch, give him a contract.
Number 22 for Tucker. An opposite field 3-run homer against a left-hander. And that brought the crowd to life. Tucker now with 73 runs batted in. And the crowd loved it here at Wrigley. And here is Seiya Suzuki. And the pitch to Seiya is outside.
Well, we talked about the wind not really being a big factor, and that was the one thing. But the other part of that is Tucker using the other side of the field with that pitch away. And that ball goes about 5-6 rows deep in the left field bleachers.
Ron, 381 feet.
Told you he's hired, Mitch.
They handed me the note, all right? I got to come clean on that.
Another hefty home run. Official trash bag of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty, strength that's anything but ordinary. Suzuki hit into a fielder's choice his first time.
Rounding the bases is not quite like running a marathon, but I tell you what, it's the same adrenaline rush.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Here comes the 2-1. Pulled on the ground sharply toward third. Foul.
Okay, now I got a Chicago question for you.
Sure.
In Chicago, we have a saying here, I got a guy. How many people say, I got a guy, and you're in for the marathon?
Quite a few.
I was going to say, you got a lot of friends this time. A lot of
calls, especially when we have our selection process. Yes. There's a lot of friends that I have that give me a call for sure. For sure.
You know what I'm wondering, Kerry, where do the athletes do most of their training? I'm sure it varies slightly from runner to runner, but on the beach, in the sand, do you go to a higher altitude where the air is thinner and that makes it more challenging physically? I'm just curious, is it a variety of all of those?
It traditionally is altitude. The Ethiopians, obviously, they train in and around Addis Ababa. The Kenyans also come from the altitude. Our American athletes they're in Flagstaff, they're in Boulder. They like the altitude also. So Connor Mance is out in Utah, so he trains at about 6,800 feet. So altitude is a big part of it. They come to Chicago at sea level, and they feel great.
You feel like you have more wind. How about running on the beach? That always seems to invigorate you, and you just feel like you're getting in shape when you do that.
That's always a great workout, tough workout. When I was growing up in Hammond, Indiana, our coach used to take us out to Miller Beach. We run in the sand out there.
I would wonder, though, for marathon runners, because the feet, ankles, lower legs, that's such a tough thing to run on. They're so concerned about injury, all the little things that could go wrong in your lower part of your legs. I would think that would be something they would be concerned about running on the beach, to do that and be able to run the distances that they need to run.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
And the most of these athletes, this is their job, their livelihood. So they have trainers, they have support, they have physio. They're very, very much in tune with what they do. Again, they like to stay in the routine. They like to stay on the surfaces they're used to training on.
Seiya Suzuki took a base on balls. Now Carson Kelly waiting for the 0-1 pitch. Swinging and a foul back.
And I'm looking here, Bank of America. How long have you been connected with the Bank of America?
This is our 15th year as title sponsor. I mean, the corporate community in Chicago, unbelievable. Abbott is also a big sponsor of ours. Rita Cook at Bank of America, our market president's unbelievable supporter of the event, the charity program. They really get involved in an amazing way. Great partner.
Swinging a foul back. Carriab's chuckling, thinking about the one-day-a-year event aspect. I remember Bert Parks used to host, I think, the Miss America pageant, and Johnny Carson would always make jokes about, what do you do the other 364 days of the year? Now, I know you are working a lot harder than just that one day.
Yeah, it's a year-long planning cycle. If you think about all the moving parts that play an active role in it, it starts at the street level with construction and working with the city engineers, all different aspects of it, travel, communicating with other venues, other events.
Deep drive to left, down the line, hooking, and that ball is going to go foul. It had home run distance, but fouled by about 10 feet.
Some of the things we work on were 2-3 years down the road. So, just about every city agency is involved in one way or another, working with our hospitality partners, city planning, police, all the aspects that go into it, our international tour groups. So it's a full-time job.
Full-time and undoubtedly a lot of final details. Here comes the stretch for the 1-2. Kelly swings and misses. That's out number 2. No matter how much preparation you do and how many people are involved, there are always going to be things at the last minute that need to be taken care of right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what these guys in the back here.
Yeah, that's their job. Tag, you're it?
This team here. No, we've got an amazing team that our operations guys, our medical team, Dr. Champus, everyone that plays a role. It's an amazing ecosystem that really comes to life. And it's a celebration of humanity. We have individuals. We have some of the greatest athletes in the world up front. We have people that may be running their first marathon, running for charity, maybe have overcome some health challenges. Right. So there's so many different stories. It really is, for me, I live a charmed life to work on this event.
Turner dribbles one toward first and foul.
And to be associated with so many great partners in a great city that we do. Obviously, the charity program and all of the partners that we do, the great work that happens in the city. So, last year we had an individual, a good friend of ours, Carl Allegretti, set a record for raising funds. He did an amazing job. We've got so many people that are out there just helping and supporting the philanthropic side of what we do.
I've had some friends come into Chicago to run in your race over the years while I've been broadcasting here with the Cubs, and they said that it's an experience that they'll never forget.
Turner takes high 1 and 2.
And just how well you take care of the racers, he said, and they've been to all the races, all your races, and they travel around, but this is unique. It's really, really something special.
October 12 is the date. Here's a little pop fly, shallow right. That ball is going to fall for a base hit. Racing to third is Suzuki on a single by Justin Turner. A little parachute that just fell into shallow right field.
I don't know about marathons, but you certainly can bring a rally. I tell you that, yeah.
We're having a great evening here.
Yeah.
This is something else. I'm
what are you doing
standing in the lucky spot. For sure.
Cubs with 3 runs in on the home run by Kyle Tucker. Now men at first and third, 2 down. A long inning for Joey Wentz, probably around 30 to 35 pitches in this one inning alone, Ron, and that starts to take a toll.
Yeah, he's at 69 pitches now here, and we're in the bottom of the third.
Ian Happ, the batter, hitting right-handed. Struck out his first time. There is a strike.
Here's where the Cubs need a big swing in the bat from Ian. You do some damage here, and you can really get yourself a little separation in this game between the Cubs and the Braves.
And the 0-1 from the southpaw. Line drive off the glove of a diving Kim. Base hit into left. Another run scores. Cubs lead 4-0. Ian Happ stays hot. He gets an RBI, his 65th. Scoring on the play is Suzuki. Turner ends up at second, and the Cubs lead by 4.
Line drive bullet to Kim at short, just off to his left. He lays out for this ball, and it goes under his glove. He just can't quite get to it. And it drives in the Cubs' 4th run of the inning. Cubs up 4-0.
Kerry, we may have to invite you back on a regular basis, judging by the way this inning is going for our Cubs.
They're just going to bring us something to eat. That's good.
Dinner tomorrow, 5:45 tomorrow, and game time 6:40. No problem.
Right. Yeah, why not? If it's not broken, don't fix it.
Pat
right?
Bruce and I have dinner about the same time. You bring Mitch. We'll all just have dinner and get ready for a ball game tomorrow.
Pick me up on the way to the ballpark.
Mitch is good to negotiate fees with. Here comes the pitch. It's in there for a strike, 1-1.
Yeah.
Drives,
right.
Drives a hard bargain.
Swanson, the 9th man to bat in this inning. 4 runs in. Runners at first and second. Dansby swings and misses, and the count 1-2. But it is a classic marathon event every year, Kerry. You have a lot to do with it. You should be proud with your longevity and the impact that you've had on that event all these years. So we congratulate you.
Pat, thank you so much, and thanks to the Score for broadcasting and be a partner with us. Big part of our success, and we're looking forward to many years. And thanks for talking about us and making the event that it is. And Ron, thanks for coming out race morning and cheering and doing all those things. So if your guys aren't around, you can listen to the award-winning wire-to-wire broadcast on AM 670.
We will be out to watch the event. There's no doubt about it. Absolutely.
Swanson swings and misses.
Thank you
That's
for the
going to
hat.
end the inning.
We'll see you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks to Kerry Pinkowski, Executive Director of the Chicago Marathon. We go to inning number 4. It's the Cubs 4 and the Braves nothing. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Great Cubs guests all season long. Rahimi and Harris, middays 10 a.m. to 2 on The Score.
Here's a club you want to get into. Club Citgo, the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Download Club Citgo today. Savings could up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Bottom of the 9th, bases loaded, and Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha steps up to the plate. They swing. And it's a deep drive to savings during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. No pressure pitches, just relaxed hometown service that's worth the short drive north. And folks, that's a home run. Now that's how you win the car game. Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha, your one-stop shop for everything Subaru. Open online 24/7 at ZieglerSubaruKenosha.com.
Is your chimney clean? Gas fireplace service? Fireplace and Chimney Authority helps keep your home safe and ready for the season. We're your trusted local experts for all repairs and maintenance. Visit fireplaceandchimneyauthority.com.
The folks at Tito's Handmade Vodka have been dog people since day one, inspired by strays found around the distillery. Tito's has been committed to supporting pets and their people through the Vodka for Dog People program. Tito's amplifies the work of animal-focused nonprofits across the country and beyond, focusing on low-cost spay and neuter services, affordable vet care, and adoptions. Between countless yappy hours, events, and dog-friendly workspaces, there's a reason Tito's is the vodka for dog people. Distilled and bottled by Fifth Generation Inc. Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Illinois Bone and Joint Institute, a leader in comprehensive orthopedic care.
Visit IBJI.com for locations.
The Out-of-Town Scoreboard is sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. In progress, top of the 7th in Detroit. The Mets all over the Tigers 11-2. Pete Alonso with a pair of home runs in the game. He's got 33 on the season. Pirates leading the Dodgers 7-4 after 6 innings of play. By the way, Shohei Ohtani hit his 100th home run as a Dodger. He's got 46 this year.
Line drive by Olsen down the right field line. Fair ball, skipping into the corner. Chasing it down is Tucker. Olsen around second. He's going for 3, and he's going to have a standing triple to begin the Braves' 4th inning. Lefty against lefty. He pulled one right over the head of Turner. Fair by about 5 feet. You know it was going to be an extra base knock. Question was double or triple, and the latter turned out to be the case.
Yeah, this ball's a breaking ball, and he stays on it. Tuck was playing way around towards right center field, and that ball not only goes into corner, but then it hits into the ivy and just barely trickles out. So Tucker had to go all the way into the corner to get to that ball, so it's an easy triple for Olsen.
Cubs keep the infield back. Cubs lead 4-0. Ozzie Albies the batter. Swings away and fouls it away.
And we're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Olsen, big, tall first baseman, takes his lead at third. That is his first triple of the year. Here's a pitch that gets away, and it's going to be a wild pitch, and a run comes in to score. Olsen scores a breaking ball down in the dirt. It bounced away from Kelly. And by the time Carson could track it down, Olsen was almost to home plate. That's a wild pitch all the way. And it's a 4-1 ball game.
Yeah, a little splitter in the dirt inside to Albies, and it's always tough for the catcher. They set up on one knee now. That's kind of the new way of doing things, but I always feel like on that knee side that they're kneeled on, it's tough to move that way if the ball is thrown to that spot, and that's exactly what happened.
Albies with a count of 2-1. And now Imanaga delivers 2-1. Albies takes high for a ball. Guys in the middle of the order, they make their living on RBIs. Ozzie might have had mixed feelings about that pitch with nobody out and a man at third getting away from the catcher. Hey, that's my RBI there, man.
Just stay over there. I'll knock you in.
Now the 3-1 to Albies. Pop fly foul off to the right out of play. I wanted our audience to be aware that Ron Coomer is now part of Cameo. Cameo.com is the website. And I think most people are familiar with Cameo, but I've been with them for about, 3 or 4 years now. And I love doing these. They are little videos that you send to the public. Deep drive to left down the line in the corner. That's going to be a home run. A line drive home run by Ozzie Albies. And the Braves are getting back in the game. It's now 4-2. Albies, as a right-handed batter, hit a line drive right down the left field line, his 4th of the year.
Yeah, and this ball, I was expecting this ball to come down and be like, bounce into the wall. And it just doesn't come down. It just sails over the wall, down the line, and hits over the video board right down the left field line. So a line drive bolt off the bat of Albies.
Albies' 62nd RBI. And the Cub lead, which was 4-0 when the inning started, is now 4-2. Still nobody out. And the home plate umpire, Andy Fletcher, walking out to see about the PitchCom device of Showtime while they get that taken care of. Cameo is a fun thing. It really is. It allows the public at large to go to Cameo.com and search for whatever celebrity or athlete or public figure that you would like to receive a personal video from. And it's been great fun for me, Ron, just to contact and connect with Cub fans. I would say about 99% of the people who've contacted me are Cub fans, and that makes it fun. They want to talk a little Cubs baseball, and many times it's about wishing a relative happy birthday or happy graduation, or there's a wedding coming up, or somebody retires after 40 years as a doctor or whatever, and they would like you, the so-called celebrity, to wish this person congratulations and maybe talk a little Cubs baseball. I think the length of the video varies from person to person, but I like to give them a couple of minutes at least, usually 2 or 3, and have fun with it.
Well, you've talked about it for the last few years and really enjoyed it. So, that's why I appreciate the people from Cameo inviting me to come aboard and do it. So I'm looking very much forward to getting started.
So if you'd like Ron Coomer to send you a happy birthday or congratulations on a graduation or a brand new job or whatever it is, go to cameo.com and just search Ron Coomer. You could put Coom Dog, but I don't think that would get you where you want to go. Go to Ron Coomer, and he's now available on Cameo.
And so is Pat. So no Pat Hughes either, just Pat Hughes.
Here comes the 2-2, lined off the glove of a diving Shaw. Fair ball. It's going to be a single. Shaw dove. What his dive did, Ron, it prevented a double. So that was a good dive for him. Had he not touched it, it's 2 bases.
Yeah, this ball's hit sharply, and he gets that first hop on a topspin smash, hits the dirt about 10 feet in front of him. So to just get glove on it is a very good play, but it does save 90 feet because if that ball goes past him, it's definitely going to be a double.
Now lefty to lefty. Michael Harris II grounded out his first time. He takes a strike from Shota Imanaga. Let's see if Shota can settle down. He's given up 3 straight hits to begin the inning, something he rarely does. Bouncing ball to first, charging, short hopping Turner. Throws to second, they get the lead man. Good play. You can tell Turner's played some first base when he makes a play like that.
Yeah, and he's used to throwing, as a longtime third baseman, you catch these ground balls and you're just accustomed to wheeling and firing, and so him making that what looked like an awkward play with all the years of experience he has, he just gets it and fires the second base, makes a very nice play.
1 out, 1 on. Cubs 4, Braves 2. Ha-Sung Kim, the batter. And Kim will take inside. Again, he's playing his first game in a Braves uniform. And he will be with them through next year, at least contractually. He could be traded, I guess. But they claimed him off the Tampa roster yesterday after the game. All kinds of waiver rules. Too complicated to try to explain here, but basically if you claim him, he's yours.
Yep.
And you owe whatever his contract calls for. Throw to first, they've got him picked off. Harris being in a rundown and now tagged out by Justin Turner. Lightning quick move by Shota Imanaga. And he's very crafty and deceptive with his pickoff throws, Ron.
Yeah, it's an excellent pickoff move. He showed a high leg kick once, thrown over, and then he just goes with kind of a slide step pickoff move. And wasn't even close. Harris was going the other direction. He was going towards second base, and the ball was going in Turner's glove. So very nice move by Imanaga to get the second out.
2 down, nobody on. Ha-Sung Kim, the batter, waiting for the 1-0. And the pitch on the way, taken high. The Cubs, last time I checked, they were right near the top in picking off runners in all of baseball. So it's a high priority, and that's a weapon.
Yeah,
if you can eliminate base runners in close games. Bouncing ball to short, glove by Swanson. Glove spins, throws, gets him. Another dazzling play by Dansby. He went up the middle, gloved it, did a full 360, and then fired to first to get his man. He is putting on a show at shortstop. Dansby Swanson. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning as the Braves score twice. It's the Cubs 4, Atlanta 2 on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Craig Counsell. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs radio network.
Hey, I'm ordering dinner. I was thinking burgers.
Boom! I just earned a $650 bonus for opening up a checking account at Old National Bank. Sorry, what'd you say? Burgers?
No, I definitely have Williams dry-aged tomahawk steaks. Yep, with those little sauteed mushrooms.
Earn up to a $650 bonus when you open an eligible checking account and complete qualifying activities. Visit oldnational.com/checking and get old. Member FDIC. Additional restrictions apply. Offer valid through October 31st, 2025.
Experience design you feel in every detail, and technology as innovative as it is effortless with Buick. These are luxuries you don't have to wait for. This is Buick now. Buick, exceptional by design. Well-qualified buyers get 0.9% APR financing on 2025 Buick models. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners and lessees get $3,000 purchase allowance on Encore GX, $1,000 purchase allowance on Envision, $250 purchase allowance on Envista, and $500 purchase allowance on Enclave. Must be a current owner of a 2011 model year or newer non-GM vehicle, or a current lessee of a 2020 model year or newer non-GM vehicle for at least 30 days prior to new vehicle sale. Length of contract limited. Some customers will not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 9/2/25.
Hefty Trash Bags, the official trash bags of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty, ultra-strong trash bags resist rips, tears, and leaks. Strength that's anything but ordinary.
Hefty, hefty, hefty. League leaders are sponsored by American Sail. Bring the fun home. Aaron Judge leads the majors in batting average, hitting .325. The home run leader, Cal Raleigh, now with 51 on the year. And Kyle Schwarber, the ex-Cub, the RBI leader in the majors with 119. Pat?
Zach, we're going to play the attendance game here in the bottom of the fourth inning, the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. Matt Shaw leads it off, swings and misses in the count 1-1. Cubs 4, Braves 2. Beautiful night at Wrigley. The wind has died down. The flag's just hanging. Right around 70 degrees, probably. Just ideal. I wouldn't mind a night like this, 365 days a year.
Well, isn't that the truth? It's just gorgeous here at Wrigley tonight.
Since I live here year-round, I doubt that that's going to happen anytime soon.
Well, if you can get it to happen, though, it'll be a story. I'll tell you that. I've lived here all my life. That'd be something.
Shaw takes strike 2 call. The Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Here comes the 2-2 from the lefty Wentz. Change up is low, 3-2. I'll go ahead and start. I'll say 32,823.
Okay. 34,000.
The payoff pitch on the way to Matt Shaw. Swing and a miss, strike 3. One away for Wentz, strikeout number 7. And it brings up Kevin Alcantara. Now, Kevin had a single his first time up. Not only it was his first at-bat, and he immediately got into the hit column, but it sparked a big rally for the Cubs. Horner followed with a base hit. Kyle Tucker then drilled a 3-run homer. Later in the inning, Ian Happ would single to drive in a run.
I'll make my guess in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. I'm going to go 35,500. And our engineer, the maestro Paul Zarang, going 35,222.
You know, you guys are a little heavier than Ron and I were on the guesses. And now that I look around, I think a lot of people did arrive after the first pitch, Ron.
It could be, yeah.
We may have to file a re-guess. Here comes the 1-1. Taken down low for a ball.
Well, you're the Hall of Famer. You go right ahead.
I would, but winning that game it's important, but it's not all that important. Put it this way, I'll get over it if I don't. Here's the 2-1. Yeah. It's in there for a strike because there's always tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going to play tomorrow too. That's right. It's fourth inning, sponsored by Wintrust, home of the exclusive Cubs debit card. Member FDIC, EHL lender.
The series ends tomorrow night. Thursday is an off day. The Cubs play Washington at Wrigley all weekend long. Here's the 2-2. Alcantara bounces one foul toward third. 10 for ID. This is the score. And the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talk Cubs with us on Spiegel and Holmes, 2 to 6 afternoons on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Kevin Alcantara, big, tall, right-handed batter, swings and misses. Strike 3. Alcantara has something to say to Andy Fletcher, the crew chief home plate umpire. What would he say there? It was obviously not a check swing, and it was not in the dirt. What would be the question there, Ron?
Probably asking him if it was a strike.
Okay.
If the ball was in the zone.
Okay.
Especially for young hitters, I think they want confirmation that they did swing at a strike.
Here's Nico Horner. Big bouncer to short. Gloving it near second is Kim, and he throws to first in time. 1, 2, 3. We go to the fifth inning. Zach Zaidman joins Ron Coomer in a moment. Cubs 4. Braves 2. This is the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
The Cubs play here with Hall of Famer Pat Hughes and All-Star Ron Coomer on the Cubs Radio Network.
It's grilling season. Time to fire it up and share a little grilling wisdom. Step up your grilling game with Hatfield marinated pork tenderloin. Packed with flavor, easy to cook, and perfect for any backyard cookout. Honey garlic teriyaki, and savory brown sugar. There's a flavor for everyone. So put some pork on your fork. Visit simplyhatfield.com to find a Meijer near you. Hatfield, better care, better pork.
At Wintrust, our approach lets Cubs fans show their pride anytime, anywhere. With the Cubs debit card from Wintrust Community Banks, you don't just swipe, you make a statement. It's like a megaphone for your wallet, broadcasting Cubs pride with every transaction. Visit wintrust.com/Cubs to choose an eligible account and score your Cubs debit card. That's wintrust.com/Cubs. Wintrust, different approach, better results. Cubs debit card is not available at all Wintrust Community Banks charters. Member FDIC.
As the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs, Sloan has greeted fans with sustainable restroom products at Wrigley Field for 111 years. And now Sloan is excited to introduce new innovation to Cubs fans throughout the concourse with its brand new bottle fillers to provide clean drinking water while reducing plastic waste throughout the friendly confines. Learn more at Sloan.com and go Cubs go.
You deserve a car that thrills you. And Nissan's got an exciting full line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store and NissanUSA.com today.
Take Cubs baseball with you wherever you go in the Chicagoland area with the Odyssey and iHeartRadio apps. Download the apps and search 670 to score. It's top of the fifth here at Wrigley. It's the Cubs with a 4-2 lead over the Braves. Shota Imanaga deals, and Eli White, the left fielder, looks at a fastball up high for ball one. White to be followed by Sean Murphy and then Nacho Alvarez Jr. Here's the pitch. White drills one deep left center field, way back, still going and gone about halfway up the bleachers. And the Braves now within one. Solo shot for Eli White. It's the Cubs 4 and the Braves 3 here in the fifth. For White, that's his 8th home run of the year.
Yeah, it's a no doubt home run. His pitch inner half. And he was right on time with that fastball.
Second home run of the game for Atlanta. Ozzie Albies had a solo shot in the fourth. 4-3 Cubs, still no one out. Here in the top of the fifth, and the batter is the catcher, Sean Murphy. who grounded out to third in his first at-bat. Robbed of the hit by Matt Shaw. The pitch off the outside for ball one. Slider that missed. It's one of those rare nights where the flags on top of the historic center field scoreboard barely moving. Here's the 1-0. Shota misses low with a splitter. 2-0 the count.
Yeah, you knew it'd be a good night to hit here at Wrigley Field, and the hitters are being able to hit some balls, and the ball just keeps carrying here at Wrigley tonight.
Murphy looks at ball three, low and outside. A fastball that missed. 3-0.
That pretty good pitch by Shota right at the bottom of the zone at the knees. Outside corner.
Called strike.
Same pitch on the other side of the strike zone. One outside, one inside. The inside one got called.
Maybe the left eye works better than the right eye for the home plate umpire.
The umpire sits on the inside corner. That's got something to do with it.
And a high fly ball hit to deep left. Happ going back on the edge of the track. He's got it. Makes the catch. And Murphy is retired. One away. The first out brought to you by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming.
The last pitch, Murphy hit that ball right on the barrel. He was out to it. Everything right, just hit it a mile in the air, and Ian goes back and right on the track at the well, just has to wait for that ball to come down. That ball was hit very hard, but very high.
4-3 Cubs, one down, top five. Nacho Alvarez Jr. at the plate. Here's the pitch. And he looks at a strike on the outside edge near the bottom of the zone, a splitter from Imanaga. 0-1.
Alvarez thrown out at first base on one of the best plays I've seen Dansby make, and he's made some good ones. But he made a play in the hole earlier in this ballgame against Alvarez that'll be a highlight reel play for a long time.
Alvarez looks at a splitter right down the middle for strike two. Dansby makes it look so easy at short. Just has this incredible ability to make the sliding stop, then pop back up and be able to put a lot of zip on the throw. The pitch is low. 1-2.
I thought the play he made, going in the hole, you slide, catch it, and then he threw the ball sidearm from 5 feet in the outfield grass because he had to get rid of it in a hurry. Just great play.
Outside 2-2 now the count on Alvarez. For 4-3 Cubs, game two of a 3-game set here at Wrigley against the Braves. They'll meet for 3 next week in Atlanta as Alvarez pops it foul back out of play.
Yeah, we didn't see Atlanta all year. And now here in a week in September, we'll play them twice, and that'll be it. Schedule some of the oddities of the Major League Baseball schedule.
And that's because every team plays every other team. Here comes the 2-2. Alvarez hits a chopper back to the mound, fielded by Imanaga. He whirls and throws a strike to Turner. For out number 2, Alvarez is retired. And bring up Ronald Acuna Jr. Cubs up 4-3.
Nice play by Shota. No panic on that one. He just could have came in and charged it. He didn't. He took a step backwards off the side of the mound and made a nice play.
So here's Acuna, 0 for 2 tonight. Powerful right-handed batter. Uses a toe tap. Hits out of a crouch. A little bit of an open stance. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Imanaga went with the splitter. Shota works on the extreme first base side of the rubber. Sets up high. Hesitation and kick. And a high fly ball hit to deep left. Happ going back. He's on the track. Does he have a play? Yes, as he comes in and makes the catch for out number 3. Eli White, a leadoff home run here in the 5th. And after that, Shota gets the next 3. Cubs with a 4-3 lead over the Braves. Middle 5 on the score. And the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Ian Happ. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. And when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten. Classics are remixed. Bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. Here at Xfinity, we know there's still good in keeping some things the same. That's why we want to do our part with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. It means no matter what changes, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
Hey folks, Coom here. Since teaming up with the fine folks at Yuengling Beer, I've heard this question a lot. Ron, how has Yuengling managed to be around for 196 years? Well, it comes down to one thing. They brew great beer. Simple as that. It takes real quality to become the oldest brewery in America, and Yuengling's been doing it right since 1829. Whether it's traditional lager, light lager, Flight by Yuengling, they all have the same commitment to flavor and craftsmanship. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America, official beer of the Cubs Radio Network, DG Yuengling & Sons, Pottsville, PA.
We're gearing up for another season, and you can too at Suits 2020 in Niles. More than just suits, casual wear, sportswear, and more. Suits 2020, the latest fashions at the lowest prices.
On Sunday, September 14th, the Cubs take on the Rays at 1:20 in the afternoon. Up to the first 10,000 early arriving fans will receive a Bill Murray bobblehead presented by Coca-Cola. Be here for it. Visit Cubs.com/tickets. We're in the last of the fifth here at Wrigley Field. Yeah, you heard right. A Bill Murray bobblehead.
Does it come with a gopher with it?
Just one of the many characters
right?
you could choose. Comes with a 4-3 lead over the Braves. The batter, Kyle Tucker. Joey Wen steals. Tucker swings and pops it foul out of play off to the left, 0-1. Tucker, a 3-run home run in a 4-run third inning for the Cubs. His 22nd. And the encouraging sign there, Coom, you got to love this. He went the other way with the home run to left center field. Wentz along set, and the pitch is low for a ball, 1-1. We're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. Lefty-lefty matchup. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Tucker pulls one deep down the right field line, but it hooks way foul out of play. 1-2.
He's gotten a couple breaking balls up and in, and he's hit them both a long way but foul. But it's the important one. It was a fastball away that he hit into the bleachers in the left that you were just talking about. That's the big swing in the bat for the Cubs.
Chop foul off to the right, and that one ends up inside the Braves dugout along the first base line, 1-2. Wind is picked up just a tick as the American flag on top of the scoreboard is gently moving from right to left. The pitch. Tucker pops it foul again out of play off to the left. Second deck, 1-2. Ian Happ had an RBI single in that 4-run third inning for the Cubs. Braves with 2 runs in the fourth, and 1 in the top half of this fifth. Here's the pitch. That's low and outside. Tucker has worked a 2-2 count, curve that missed.
Good take by Tucker on that slider down and away. He started to go after it and then held.
Wentz works on the extreme third base side of the rubber. The left-hander sets up high. Tucker digs in. Here comes the 2-2. Tucker hits a pop fly, shallow right center. This may drop. It does. Base hit for Tucker, his second of the ball game. A triumvirate of Braves were in the area. Harris racing in from deep center. Acuna coming in from deep right. And the second baseman, Albies, was dropping back, but it found a hole.
Got a little inside breaking ball to Tuck and hits this ball right off the end of the bat. Little blooper in the center field, short center for a base knock, and that will be the end of the day for Wentz.
Yeah, with Seiya Suzuki due up, Brian Snitker wants a right-hander in the game, so we've got a pitching change. All opponent pitching changes are sponsored by Sloan, official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Visit sloan.com. Tucker at first. No one out here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Cubs with a 4-3 lead over the Braves. On the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
The Cubs play here with Hall of Famer Pat Hughes and All-Star Ron Coomer on the Cubs Radio Network.
Oh, hey.
Hey, thanks for meeting me here. It's just, you're my only lawyer friend, and I need your professional opinion. You see that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there? That's all I paid for.
Let me get back to you on that.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. At the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Right now, for a limited time, you can lease the Hyundai Tucson for $239 a month or get $1,750 bonus cash. Offers end September 2nd. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Change is always happening. But no matter what changes in 5 years, there's one thing that will stay the same. The price of your internet. With the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
Roldy Munoz making his big league debut, a right-hander for the Braves. We're in the bottom half of the fifth inning here at Wrigley Field. It's the Cubs with a 4-3 lead over Atlanta. Kyle Tucker singled to lead off the frame. He's at first. And now Seiya Suzuki will dig in. 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored.
Now Cubs need a big swing of the bat. Now Seiya get him a little separation in this ball game. Only a 1-run lead.
Munoz delivers inside to Suzuki. A 97-mile-per-hour fastball. 1-0.
Now Munoz this year has pitched in AA and AAA. Between the two levels, got high twos, 2.75 ERA.
Seiya hits a broken back grounder to short, fielded by Kim to second for 1. Albies to first, not in time as Seiya beats it out, but the lead man Tucker erased from the bases. 6-4 fielder's choice, 1 away.
And you know Munoz will never forget that one. His first hitter he ever faced, and he broke his bat. Well, pretty good. You know, that's when you know teams are – I wouldn't say Atlanta's in a rebuild. They were banged up real bad. But, you know, now because you're in this situation with your record being down compared to most years, they get to see guys like this now and see if they can compete here at the big league level. This kid's got a great arm. Kind of side slings it like that last fastball at 98 on the inside corner for a strike.
So Carson Kelly waits for pitch number 2. Munoz delivers. Kelly pulls one on the ground. It is fielded to his left by the third baseman Alvarez. His second for 1. Albies to first. 5-4-3 around the horn double play. And that ends the fifth inning. We head to inning number 6. The Cubs with a 4-3 lead over the Braves. On the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Dansby Swanson. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Over 25 years ago, Invesco QQQ rethought the investing landscape by providing access to NASDAQ's 100 most innovative companies, all in one ETF. What's ahead for the next 25 years? Could it be flying cars, neural implants, electric planes? Nobody knows for sure. But one thing's for certain, you can gain access to that progress with Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco QQQ is a proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
There are risks when investing in ETFs, including possible loss of money. ETFs' risks are similar to those of stocks. Investments in the tech sector are subject to greater risk and more volatility than more diversified investments. The NASDAQ 100 Index comprises the 100 largest non-financial companies on the NASDAQ. You can't invest directly into an index. Before investing, consider the fund's investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses. Visit Invesco.com for a prospectus containing this information. information. Read it carefully before investing. Invesco is not affiliated with the Chicago Cubs. Invesco Distributors, Inc.
Future You is using their rapid rewards for their next vacation. All thanks to present you signing up with Southwest Airlines, where you earn points every time you fly. Because what's the point of points that future you can't use? And since your rapid rewards points don't expire, you can save up for that big trip. Get ready to reward future you with a future flight. Sign up for rapid rewards today and redeem your points on any seat, any day, anytime. Only at Southwest. All rapid rewards rules and regulations apply and can be found at southwest.com/RR terms.
Save 20% on Benjamin Moore Regal Select Interior Paint from August 27th through September 8th. Visit your locally owned Benjamin Moore store. Terms and conditions apply.
It's on to inning number 6, Shota Imanaga. And the Cubs lead the Atlanta Braves by a score of 4-3. Cubs led 4-0 at one time. Matt Olson first up here in the 6th inning. Lefty to lefty, first pitch in for a strike. Shota at 67 pitches, so he should have a little more in the tank. Here comes the 0-1 to Olson. The left-handed batter swings and misses. Olson has walked and tripled. Seiya has been stung by the gopher ball. Ozzie Albies belted a homer in the 4th inning. Eli White drilled one in the 5th. Kyle Tucker had a big 3-run homer for the Cubs in the 3rd inning. That's the big blow of the game. Now Olson checks on a low bender, 1-2.
Should have kind of snaps the ball back with his glove. A little frustrated that he missed his spot. That was actually wasn't that bad. A split finger down and away.
The next offering lifted to left. Playable for Happ, backpedaling near the track, and now puts the squeeze to it for out number 1. We'll take a look at this day in baseball history, brought to you by villageofbedfordpark.com. Now's the time to make history for your business in Bedford Park. Quite a few things have happened on this date. Ernie Banks hit his 40th homer of the season on this date in 1955. In fact, it was significant because it set a record for the most homers in a season by a shortstop in big league history. Vern Stevens of the 1949 Red Sox had hit 39, and his record had lasted for about 6 years. Here's a check swing on an off-speed pitch down low, 1-1. Billy Williams, 1970, played in consecutive game number 1,117. At that time, it was a National League record. He was rested the following day, ending the streak. There is a strike. That's a lot of games in a row, Ron. You figure that's 6 seasons plus?
Yeah, without missing a ball game.
7 maybe, 7 years in a row.
I would assume he's got to be banged up, right? That's why they sat him.
Here's a swing and a liner foul past third. Or maybe he had planned on taking a day off, and maybe some reporter said, hey, do you realize you're only, 5 or 7 games away from setting a league record? And Billy said, I'm not that tired. Maybe I'll keep playing for a few more days.
Yeah.
We'll have to ask him. He still comes to Wrigley.
Absolutely. He'll be here.
September 2. This was the date of the Milt Pappas no-hitter.
Oh, really?
1972 against the Padres right here at Wrigley, a day game. Cubs won the game 8-0. Pappas just missed a perfect game when he walked Larry Stahl on a full count with 2 outs in the 9th inning. Bruce Fremming, the home plate umpire. Here's a line drive, base hit to left by Albies. And it's a 1-out single here in the 6th inning. Cubs lead 4-3. Albies likes to run, and the batter is Ozuna.
Yeah, Imanaga's picked one runner off. He picked off Harris. Last time Harris was at first base. So that will help kind of slow things down a little bit at first base for the Atlanta guys that can run.
Now Shota from the stretch working on Ozuna, missing high. I remember this game, 1996. Boston's Mike Greenwell set a team record by driving in all 9 of his team's runs in a 9-8 win at Seattle. It went 10 innings. Here's a bouncer toward third, gloved by Shaw. Go to second. There's one. Horn at first, double play. 5-4-3 around the horn, double play. Ends the inning. Shota has worked 6. Cubs lead 4-3. As we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, this is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
It's time for the Nissan End of Summer Sales Event.
The what now?
The Nissan End of Summer Sales Event.
End of summer?
Yes, Nissan End of Summer.
But I have so many more hot dogs to grill. It was just starting to get good.
Sales event. Here to help you keep your summer in gear.
That sounds interesting.
Test drive the best-selling Nissan Rogue with more standard power.
Cool.
The rugged Nissan Frontier with a standard V6.
Nice.
Or the adventure-ready Nissan Pathfinder or Nissan Murano.
I better hurry in.
To the Nissan End of Summer Sales Event and see why J.D. Power ranks Nissan #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands.
#1?
Yes, #1. Get 0% APR for 60 months on the 2025 Nissan Rogue, Pathfinder, or Murano. For J.D. Power 2025 US IQS award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year for well-qualified buyers. Available from new dealer stock. Example, 0 down payment, 60 months financing at $1,667 per month per thousand finance. Actual down payment may vary, subject to NMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Ends 9/2/25.
Here's a club you want to get into. Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Illinois Bone and Joint Institute, a leader in comprehensive orthopedic care. Visit ibji.com for locations.
Michael Busch on deck for the Cubs, pinch hitting for Justin Turner, who's on deck, is brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit timbertech.com. Pat?
Roldy Munoz delivers. A pinch batter, Michael Busch, lines it foul down the right field line. Busch batting for Turner here to start the bottom of the 6th inning. Cubs on top by a run, 4-3. Munoz in his big league debut deals. The ball is popped up, way up. Shallow center. Harris coming in. Easy play. And that's out number 1. Busch will almost certainly stay in the game and play defense at first base for the rest of the game. Double plays turned by the Cubs, and they turned one in the top of the inning. Sponsored by Nissan. Experience the thrill at nissanusa.com. Ian Happ, an RBI single his last time up, batting left-handed now.
And let's see what's on tap here in the 6th inning, sponsored by Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. Tucker with a big 3-run homer. That was in Flight.
Happ fouls it away, 0-2.
He's talking to Bruce Levine in between innings that the way the ball's carrying is hot. We were talking, probably going to be a few more long balls hit in this ball game. It is a great night to hit here at Wrigley Field.
As you say that now, the flag's blowing toward left. There's a drive down the left field line, foul and out of play. Same 2 teams tomorrow night. We'll be right back out here for you. 6:40 for the first pitch. Cade Horton against Bryce Elder in a battle of right-handers. Now they go 2 to Happ. Check swing, the pitch down low. Milwaukee is off today, so the Cubs will either gain or lose 1/2 game in the standings. And if they win, they'll be 5 games behind the Brewers. Now the 1-2 to Ian, bounced up the middle, fielded by the shortstop Kim, and he throws to first in time. The pitcher Munoz reached out his bare hand and had the presence of mind to say, nope, that's the way I make my living with that right hand. I don't think I'm going to try to field it barehanded.
No, he's throwing the ball 98 miles an hour. Keep that bare hand free and clear from the baseball unless you're throwing it. You don't want to be catching a one-hop bullet back at you with your bare hand.
Dansby Swanson has struck out twice, but he's made a major contribution on defense, making a couple of dazzling plays.
This might be his best game this year defensively, and that's saying something.
It really is saying something, as you put it that way,
You
Ron.
think about, he's made 2 really nice plays in the hole. He's made 2 really nice plays up the middle. I mean, incredible plays. A great defensive day.
Here's the pitch on the way to Swanson. It's low and outside for a ball, 1-2.
Right now Atlanta has 5 hits. What's the difference if they have 9 hits right now? Right? If you think about it.
Mm-hmm. Munoz in relief in his big league debut, works from the stretch, tall, hard-throwing right-hander. Brings up a way back from behind him and then just slings it up there. Kind of a 3/4 delivery. That sinker was 99 miles an hour. Two down, nobody on. 6th inning, Dansby checks. Did he go? No swing. Malachi Moore, the first base umpire, made the call.
A little slider in the dirt. Dansby barrel got out there. We have not seen a replay. It was probably pretty close. Moore said no at first base.
The Braves, 14 games under 500, not mathematically eliminated, but there's very small chance for them seeing any postseason activity this year. So they're auditioning a lot of guys. One of them is on the mound right now. Munoz misses low and inside, ball 4. Swanson has good speed. He's a smart base runner. He might be running here. Ron, what do you think?
Yeah, I think you definitely could. There's 2 outs. And, you're really trying to get another run at least. Cubs are only up by a run, 4-3.
Shaw 0 for 2 in the game. Popped out, struck out. Guarding the line at third, Alvarez. Throw to first to keep Dansby close to the bag.
Dansby had a big lead at first base. Might have been a one-way lead just to see what Munoz's pickoff move was like. He did not give him his best pickoff move by far.
Gentle breeze blowing toward left. Perfect September night at Wrigley. Fastball is high and inside.
I think Dansby will take off. He was kind of counting and then started hopping off the bag. Munoz holds the ball at the same time. Dansby will probably take off. See, no.
Shaw will take inside 2-0. And I'm reminded, Ron, that we almost never see something that you used to see all the time, pitch outs. A pitcher on purpose would throw the ball off the outside corner to give the catcher a little better chance at cutting down a possible base stealer.
Yeah, the pitcher steps out from behind home plate and then up into the throw, into the pitch, and can, get everything behind his throw. And, usually that means you're out at second base. But not always, but most of the time if they guess right. But you just don't see those anymore.
You used to see them virtually every single game.
Yeah.
Now the 3-1, Swanson not running. Shaw takes ball 4. So a little wildness now from Munoz. Back-to-back walks with 2 away in the 6th inning. Kevin Alcantara due up. And let's see if he's going to bat. Kevin watching as the Braves are going to have a conference on the mound. This is a catcher, second baseman, pitcher conference with 2 down and 2 men on.
Yeah, I would think Albies is out there to help with the translating from Murphy. Yeah, and with Braves have a lefty up in the bullpen, so Craig Counsell electing not to use a pinch hitter and letting Alcantara hit against the right-hander.
Let's see if Kevin can get a hold of one. Conditions are good for a long ball right now. And the pitch to Kevin outside, ball 1.
Hayden Harris, a lefty, warming up in the bullpen for Atlanta.
You've had back-to-back walks from a very inexperienced pitcher, and now it's 1-0. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. What would be your approach, Ron, in a spot like this?
You got to make him throw strikes first before you start getting aggressive. Because he's throwing really hard and he's got good movement. So to me, I would be taking. He still has not thrown a strike. That last pitch, 6 inches inside.
Fastball strike. Now it's 1-2. Swanson at second, Shaw at first. 2 down, 6th inning. Cubs leading 4-3. Alcantara waiting. Now the 1-2 swing and a miss, and the bat goes flying over toward the Cubs' third base dugout. That ends the inning. It's a strikeout. We go to inning number 7. Cubs 4, Braves 3. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs Monday through Friday with Rahimi and Harris, 10 a.m. to 2 on The Score.
Step up to the plate like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circa Sports Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be. With high app limits, low holds, exceptional customer service, and no bet fees. Other books may charge you just to get on the field. But with Circa Sports, you can swing away with every bet. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, it's David Hoffer, Chef IQ. You know the feeling when you're about to cut into a juicy steak and hope it tastes as perfect as it looks? That sounds delicious. Worry no more. The Chef IQ Sense is a wireless cooking thermometer that eliminates undercooking or overcooking your chicken, fish, or meat, whether on a stovetop, oven, or grill. The probe is inserted into your food, connected wirelessly to an app. Once you select your desired doneness, the app alerts you when to take the steaks off the grill or the turkey out of the oven. It's that simple. Order one now on chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
This is the run my own business dream. This is the college is paid for dream. This is the retire early dream. This is Busey, where your dreams and possibilities become moments. Through trusted guidance and expertise, through lifelong relationships. Because we're here to help you achieve the life you've always envisioned. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
When it comes to tuxedos and suits, the pros at Suits 2020 have the winning looks. Why rent when you can own for about the same price? Schedule your free fitting at Suits2020.com.
Top of the 7th inning here at Wrigley Field. The Cubs with a 4-3 lead over the Braves. We're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. Pat?
All right, Zach. Drew Pomeranz, left-hander, will go to work on the Braves. Michael Harris II. Harris, nothing for 2 in the game. First pitch by Pomeranz is in there for a strike. Pomeranz having a fine season. 45 games, 2 wins, 1 loss, an ERA of just over 2, 2.09. There's another strike, nothing in 2. Pomeranz has walked 13 but struck out 40. That's what you like to see. The next offering bounced to first slowly, fielded by Bush. Unassisted play, out number 1. Bush remained in the game defensively after he pinch hit back in that 6th inning. And I believe Willie Castro has come into the game. Willie Castro is the new right fielder. Ha-Sung Kim batting for Atlanta. And the pitch in there for a strike. Not certain why Kyle Tucker would have left the game, but he did. And Castro is in right. The pitch to Kim, it's outside. 1-1, kind of an unusual time for him to leave a game.
Yeah, there's definitely something going on. I don't know quite what. I know nothing happened on the home run ball. I know that. The base hit that he hit in the last inning, though his last at bat, not last inning, that ball's fouled off by Kim, counts 1-2. He hit right off the end of the bat, and sometimes when you hit a ball right off the end of the bat like that with a big swing, your bottom hand, the knob can go into the bat and affect your hand. The swing itself with contact can affect your bottom elbow, so it'd be his right elbow because you kind of get that hyperextension on that swing. I'm just speculating on things that we've seen today, but we don't know what that will be.
Possibly we will receive word from the Cubs clubhouse. Ha-Sung Kim waiting for the 1-2 pitch. Check swing, no swing. Kim almost tangled up like a pretzel trying to avoid swinging that time. And I think he did. And now the 2-2. Line to right, a base hit. The tying run is on here in the 7th inning with 1 away. Kim playing in his first game. That's his first hit in a Braves uniform. And the batter is Eli White.
A little backdoor breaking ball from Pomerantz. And Kim doesn't try to do too much. He just sees that big hole on the right side and just shoots it in the hole. And I'm guessing if he does that a lot for the Braves, they'll be happy because he can play some shortstop. Good hands, good range, very good arm.
White fouls it away off to the right. Pitching changes by the Cubs, sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Cubs got their runs early, all of them in the 3rd inning. A 3-run homer by Kyle Tucker and a run-scoring base hit by Ian Happ. Check swing, it's down low. The Braves chipping away. They got 2 in the 4th inning. Albies homered. Olsen tripled and scored on a wild pitch. And then Eli White homered in the 5th inning. And that's the extent of the scoring. 4-3 Cubs. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Or strike 2, I beg your pardon. White swinging and missing. It's 1-2. Quality start for Shota Imanaga. Sponsored by Benjamin Moore. Start your next project with quality paints from Benjamin Moore, official paint of the Chicago Cubs. Here's a drive foul off to the right out of play.
Pomerantz staying with hard stuff and White a little tardy. He hit one a long way to left in his last at bat.
The wind definitely blowing toward left. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Strike 3. Good breaking ball by Drew Pomerantz. Ball in the dirt, blocked nicely by Kelly. So no advancement by Kim, the runner at first. And that's a big second out in the inning.
Yeah, great pitch by Pomerantz to get the punch out. Slider down and in. Hardest working player of the game today. That's brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch. That's got to go to Dansby Swanson at shortstop. He has made some great plays defensively at short. What do you think of that?
Absolutely. He's one of the few guys that can dominate a game defensively in baseball. Yeah. And there are very few guys that could do it. Ozzie Smith could do it.
Yes, I would agree. Yeah.
Willie Mays could do it for older fans who may have seen him play for the Giants. Ken Griffey Jr. could do it.
Yes, he could. Absolutely.
Here comes the 1-0 now to Sean Murphy. And a swing and a high pop fly foul and back out of play. Now, you played third base, Ron. Who, in your opinion, is the greatest defensive third baseman you've ever seen or played against?
I didn't get to see him play a lot, but I think every third baseman that's played since the 60s, everybody gets judged against Brooks Robinson.
Swinging a foul back.
I think he's the gold standard, and then everybody from there gets judged on what he did. Would you agree to that?
I never saw him play live except one game as a fan. I saw him in Oakland, California, back around 1968 or so. Check swing. Did he go? No swing. Malachi Moore ruling no swing. Now, he may have missed that call.
He's got the auto safe down there. He hasn't called one yes. This one, he could have went deep on that one.
Yeah, that's a swing all the way.
He's not. Yeah, that was not good. The Cubs bench still letting them have it.
It's 2-2 on Sean Murphy. Pomeranz fires. High pop fly right side, playable for Horner. Nico waiting and squeezing. No runs for the Braves. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Cubs 4, Atlanta 3. This is the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network. And now the guest conductor for the 7th inning stretch, Ashleen Bracey.
Chicago! Cubs fans! UIC fans! Let me hear you! A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I never get back, for it's root for the Cubbies. If they don't win, it's a shame, for it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Let's get some run.
Cubs Talk with Spiegel and Holmes on your ride home. Afternoons 2 to 6 on The Score.
Join Great Lakes Credit Union's mission of banking for a greater good. As a nonprofit financial institution, Great Lakes Credit Union invests in local communities while offering the services of big banks. Learn more at glcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA Equal Housing Lender. Since 1962, Fitzgerald Equipment has kept businesses moving with forklifts, rentals, and expert service. Featuring heli forklifts built to go the distance. Visit FitzgeraldEquipment.com. Trusted equipment powered by Heli. Fitzgerald Equipment. Material handling handled. Proud partner of Cubs Radio.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle.
Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. You bet on the team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score. Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up. You get early payout on parlays too.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Illinois. T&Cs apply.
A left-hander now on the mound. Hayden Harris. Long blonde hair flowing out the back of his blue cap. It is his big league debut, as it was for Rody Munoz a few innings ago. So 2 different guys on the same pitching staff making their big league debut in the same game. Here's the 1-1 fouled away. I don't remember seeing that very many times.
And how about this? They've both pitched this season in AA and in AAA. So I would think that AA staff had a pretty good staff for a while.
Again, the Braves are looking at talent to see who fits into the puzzle next year and years beyond. Nico trying to start a rally. He is 2 for 3 in the game. Cubs lead by a run. They'd like to build that lead up a little more securely. Here's a foul off to the right out of play.
Thought that Munoz looked very good. Big arm, right? He's throwing sidearm slinging fastballs at 97, 98 miles an hour.
Yeah, the 1-2 from the slender left-hander fouled away. Designated hitters for the Cubs, sponsored by Fireplace and Chimney Authority. Book now, burn later, and skip the rush. That is a fun one to read, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Rolls right off the tongue.
1-2 pitch fouled away.
I like to skip the rush thing. That's the part I like. Haven't quite figured that part out yet, but I like that part.
Clever writing. Here's the pitch down low. Still no word on why Kyle Tucker left the game. Has anyone heard anything about that?
Have not. And they showed Kyle in the dugout with Nick Frangella, the Cubs trainer, in between innings on our monitors, and nothing overly telling.
Nico lines one towards center. Harris coming in, slides, and makes a very nice catch. He's an accomplished defensive player in center, and this year, Ronnie's become a better offensive player. He might be a real top talent as the years go by.
Yeah, he can be a force in center field. And I tell you, you talk about a great jump on a ball. That ball was hit on the line, and he was dead sprint coming in to make that play.
Willie Castro batting for the first time, and he bounces one to second, where Albies makes the pickup and the throw to first in time. 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Cubs lead by a run, and the batter Seiya Suzuki. Just looking at the Braves' history before the game, they have been world champions 4 different times, this franchise, in 3 different cities.
How about that?
The old Boston Braves, 1914. They were known as the Miracle Braves of 14. They were, I think, last place at the All-Star break or the 4th of July and won the league pennant and then eventually the World Series. Here's a pitch in strike. Then they became the Milwaukee Braves.
Yeah.
And they were the world champions in 1957. And in Atlanta, they've been the world champs twice, 1995 and 2021. Deep drive to left center on the run. White on the track makes the catch right up against the vines. And that ends the inning. Cubs do nothing. We go to the 8th inning. Cubs 4, Braves 3. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Chicago Cubs memories are made right here with Pat, Ron, and Zach on the Cubs Radio Network.
Come see what's cooking in Des Moines, Iowa, where there's something for every taste. The crispy hash browns at Woodland Cafe, a sizzling bacon-glazed pork chop at Oak Park, the snap of a foot-long hot dog at an iCubs game, a 2-foot State Fair lobster roll that has cameras clicking and mouths watering. Hungry yet? Come to Des Moines and try everything. I guarantee you'll come back for seconds. Plan your foodie feast at catchdesmoines.com, because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent.
It's time for Trash Day Nose Yoga with Hefty. Let's transform stinky scenarios with a joyful scent of Fabuloso. Inhale. You forgot to empty your kid's lunchbox. Exhale. A field of lavender. Inhale. Stinky leftovers. Exhale. Watermelon in the summer. That's the power of Hefty Ultra Strong Trash Bags with Fabuloso.
Hefty, Hefty, Hefty.
It started with one car 70 years ago when the first Volvo car arrived in the U.S. Since, Volvo has helped redefine safety. From the 3-point safety belt to side impact airbags, a whiplash protection system, and blind spot assist, innovations that have saved millions of lives and made summer memories safer for generations. Celebrate 70 years of safety. Visit your local retailer for the Summer Safely bonus event going on now.
Car accident? Call D&W right now. Slip and fall? Call D&W right now. Any accident at all? Call D&W Law right now. Don't hesitate. Call the 8s, 312-888-8888.
Top of the 8th inning at Wrigley Field. It's the Cubs 4, Braves 3. The 8th inning is sponsored by Cars for Kids. 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Pat?
New pitcher on the mound, Caleb Thielbar. Pitching changes for the Cubs, sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Thielbar, similar to Pomeranz, quietly having an excellent season out of the Cubs bullpen. 48 innings, a 2.03 ERA. And he'll go to work and try to put a 0 on the board here in the 8th inning as he faces Drake Baldwin, left-handed batting catcher, rookie. And the pitch to Baldwin is in there for a strike. Baldwin batting for Nacho Alvarez. The Braves will need a new third baseman in the bottom of the inning. Lefty to lefty. Thielbar's pitch fouled away. 0-2. 7th inning stretch sung very nicely by Ashleen Bracey, UIC women's head basketball coach. Your preseason workouts will probably crank up here in another month or so. Conditioning, running, shooting always. Here's the 0-2 to Baldwin, fouled on the ground right side.
How much shooting would you do when you were playing at San Jose State? Would you shoot like year round? Would you constantly be shooting all the time? Right?
12 months a year, you bet.
Mm-hmm.
Here is the 0-2. Swing and a foul back.
My partner, folks, for you people that don't know, played basketball at San Jose State, but around Major League Baseball is legendary in the past for his horse games.
Well, I'm not sure about legendary. I could shoot decently at one time. The 0-2 pitch rolled out towards second base. Horner's got it. Short throw to first in time. And that is out number 1. The best thing about horse games, there's no defense.
Yeah, well, yeah, there's
you
that.
are wide open on every shot.
Yep.
I like that concept.
Mm-hmm. I liked what you used to do with your workouts before you hurt your shoulder where you could shoot a lot. What was your workout, your shooting workout, before you did your running treadmill or something like that?
I wish I could still run. Your junior bounces one to third. Shaw, off balance throw, and he got him. Beautiful play by Matt Shaw at third. Ron, you had to make that play many times. You glove it, and your momentum carries you into foul territory.
Well, what's great about the play is Matty catches this ball, and he's going, as you said, Pat, into foul territory. He's kind of running at the Cubs dugout. So you get an idea, folks. So he plants that right foot and then throws it as hard as you can throw it over the pitcher's mound, and one hops it perfectly to Michael Busch to get the out. Great play by Matty Shaw.
2 outs. Here is Olsen. He was obviously aware of Acuna running, who has good speed, and you don't want to take any extra time in that case. The attendance tonight, 32,618. Inside to Matt Olsen, 1-1. And now the stretch, lefty to lefty. Thielbar coming back 1-1. It's in there for a strike. Kind of developed a little workout program, Ron, where you took shots from various spots on the floor and challenged yourself to make as many as possible. Short bank shots, free throw shots, longer banks, foul line, top of the key. Those were the 4 spots. And dead corners. And you would shoot until you reach the number. I used to shoot 150 shots running to the other end of the floor after every shot.
Yeah.
And, keeping track of how many I was making. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Another strong outing by Caleb Thielbar. As he strikes out Matt Olsen. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. The score, the Cubs 4, the Braves 3. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Listen for great Cubs guests all season long on The Score, official radio home of the Cubs.
Mind the signs, avoid the fines. Can you respect the zone? Head to itsnotagameillinois.com to test your skills in our retro arcade game.
Change is always happening, but no matter what changes in 5 years, there's one thing that will stay the same: the price of your internet. With the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi. with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
The Score congratulates Cars for Kids on 30 years of turning car donations into supporting children. Cars for Kids has helped more than 100,000 kids nationwide. Donate your used car today at carsforkids.org and join over 1 million proud donors making a real difference.
Kumir, let me tell you one of the things I really like about Yingling. They brew a beer for everyone's taste. From their traditional lager to light lager, flight, golden pilsner, and even a black and tan. There's something for every kind of beer drinker. So whether you're firing up the grill, watching a game, or at the golf course, there's a Yingling that fits the moment. Take a look at the lineup next time you're out. You might just find a new favorite. Yingling, the oldest brewery in America, official beer of the Cubs Radio Network, DG Yingling & Sons, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
There's nothing quite like local. That's why AARP is local, offering free events that can help with finances, family, and fun. Find your local event at aarp.org/il.
Getting set for the bottom of the 8th inning here at Wrigley Field. Cubs a 4-3 lead over the Braves, and the Cubs have announced that Kyle Tucker left tonight's game, guys, with left calf tightness. Repeat, Kyle Tucker left tonight's game with left calf tightness.
All right, Zach, we will find out more after the game, perhaps, regarding the severity. Thank you for that update. Carson Kelly leads off the bottom of the 8th inning. Cubs would love an insurance run or 5. There's a bouncer toward third, gloved by Alvarez, and he will throw to first in time. Nacho Alvarez. Did you know he's a Nacho Alvarez Jr., Ron?
Really?
He's a chip off the old block.
Wow.
Quite literally.
Yep.
One away, Michael Bush, the batter. And the pitch on the way to Michael is in there for a strike.
Now, when Alvarez, going by Nacho, was in high school, do you think he had some other nicknames too?
Maybe Vidal would be one.
Oh, that very well could be, because it's his name playing there now.
Vidal Brujan is the new third baseman.
He does not go by Nacho.
He's a live broadcast, folks. I think you realize now. These aren't recorded and voiced over after the fact.
No editing.
1-2 on Michael Bush. You get used to it. Sort of.
Yeah, I was going to say, we don't have a choice.
They don't. That's pretty much the gig. Here's the 1-2, bounce out to second. Ozzie Albies will glove it and sidearm it to first. That's out number 2. And here's Ian Happ glancing to the 9th inning. The Braves are going to have some of the big hitters up. Albies, Ozuna, and Harris. And I see Daniel Palencia throwing in the Cub bullpen. Getting close to an ID. Very close, in fact. It's to Ian Happ outside. 10 for ID. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Covering the Cubs and all of Chicago's teams on the Spiegel and Holmes Show. Afternoons 2 to 6 on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network. WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, an Odyssey sports station.
The next pitch by Dylan Dodd. A left-hander is outside. Dodd, D-O-double-D. Pitch down low for a ball. 7th inning stretch was sponsored by the new Volvo XC90, designed for life. See how we did in the attendance game as we move along. Getting late, 2 down, bottom of the 8th inning. Cubs lead by a run. And the 2-1 to Ian. Almost hit him, ball 3 inside. Let's see, who is the winner today? It looks like I was a little closer. The actual figure, 32,618. The Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Still a beautiful September night at the ballpark. Taken for a strike, 3-2 on Hap.
Pretty good little backdoor cutter there. Catch of the game tonight. That's sponsored by Catch Des Moines. Discover the weekend getaway in Des Moines where only the S's are silent. Find all the fun at catchdesmoines.com, and that's got to be Dansby Swanson.
Bounce into the hole left side, fielded by Kim. Long throw in time. Backhanded out of the dirt by Olsen, and that ends the inning. Hap bounces out. Cubs don't score. We go to the ninth inning. Time to fasten those seatbelts. Cubs 4, Braves 3. This is The Score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Nico Horner. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Summer's almost over, but the heat is pressing on. If you've got battery trouble, stop by AutoZone for free battery testing. It may just need a charge, and we'll do that for free too. If you do need a battery, we've got options starting at just $89.99, and we'll recycle your old battery for free. Now that's a strong start. Don't miss the end of summer sale, now at AutoZone until September 22nd.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Our patient Mike had blood clots deep in his lungs that were putting his heart under major duress. Using a minimally invasive procedure pioneered by our team, we were able to clear them.
Top ranked in Illinois for heart and vascular by U.S. News and World Report, Northwestern Memorial Hospital used tiny balloons to widen the vessels in his lungs, the first in Illinois to master this breakthrough method.
As Mike's nurse, I'm proud to have helped him breathe freely again.
Northwestern Medicine, better.
Give your walls a beautiful, smooth finish that stands up to daily use. From August 27th through September 8th, save 20% on Benjamin Moore Regal Select Interior Paint. The paint trusted for generations for its durability and washability. Shop at your locally owned Benjamin Moore store today and discover why Regal Select is the standard for excellence. Terms and conditions apply. Contact us for details.
Hey, Cubs fans, make history with your business in the Village of Bedford Park. To learn more, contact Adam Colopy at ACOLLOPY at villageofbedfordpark.com.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Top of the ninth, Cubs 4, Braves 3. The ninth inning is brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
Daniel Palencia on the mound, Zach. Pitching changes by the Cubs, sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. And Ron, it's about time for you to name the toast of the game ball player, presented by Benny's Beverage Depot.
While we were
some candidates.
Yeah, we definitely do. But while we were in between innings, Zach did the commercial. He did it, and he said he wanted to do this commercial, which I was all for, as he called up all backed at Albies. But he said he was going to sing the Cars for Kids thing, and he didn't do it. I thought he was gonna. Yeah, so that was what we were talking about in between innings. Pete Armstrong now in center field, Patrick. Come in for defense.
Palencia on the mound, trying to nail it down. It is Shota Imanaga's game to win. Cubs trying to make it 2 in a row in this series. Here's the 0-1. Just outside for a ball.
A pretty good backdoor splitter. It looked like it came back from zone, just missed.
Stay tuned for Zach Zaidman's Verizon post-game show. He is preparing that as this ninth inning is going along. Here comes the 1-1 from the right-hander. Swing and a miss. High heat.
Yeah.
Would you like some more high heat?
Yeah, it's gas at 100 miles an hour. I think you throw one more up there. I don't know if you can catch up to a 100-mile-an-hour heater.
You don't have a whole lot of time to make up your mind to swing or not when a guy throws that hard.
Yeah. Don't blink. You'll miss it.
Here comes the 1-2 from the hard-throwing right-hander. It's high. He tried to climb the ladder thinking that Albies might go up there with him. He didn't.
Tough plays of the game tonight, sponsored by Loyola Medicine. Loyola Medicine defines tough. It's Dansby Swanson once again. Great plays all night long.
2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Albies is out number 1. Nothing fancy. Here it comes. Try to hit it.
Yep, just gas. Down and away. Perfect pitch to get the punch out. Stolen bases tonight by the Cubs are sponsored by Turo Tire, as always, Chicago's hometown tire. Find a dealer at Turo.com.
Marcell Ozuna steps in. Dangerous right-handed batter. And he'll take a strike. So important for a guy like Palencia to be able to throw a first pitch strike.
Veteran hitters are probably going to take off him to see a pitch first, like Ozuna did, and he pumped the heater right in there.
The 0-1, just a little bit outside. A little bit of breaking movement. That was a 90-mile-an-hour slider. The 1-1 to the veteran Ozuna. Called strike 2. What do you like, Rob?
Well, you can throw that last pitch again. I wouldn't do anything different. This is a fastball, starts out away, comes back to the zone at 99 miles an hour. You can't hit that pitch. That ball starts out away and comes back to the strike zone.
Fans vocally rising to the moment. And the 1-2 pitch on the way. Very high over the head of the catcher, Kelly, and the home plate umpire, Andy Fletcher.
How do you think Ozuna's feeling right about now in that batter's box when that last one just hit the screen at 100 miles an hour? That'll lock you up.
Here comes the 2-2. Ozuna swings and fouls it away. Ozuna with that distinctive batting stance, leaning back on the right foot. Only the toe of the front foot is on the ground. And it's an open stance. It's very unique. Here comes the 2-2 from Daniel Palencia. It's high, 3-2.
Another 100-mile-an-hour fastball. Good take by Ozuna right at the top of the zone. Meat of the order, presented by Chef IQ Sense. Never under or overcook your food again. Purchase now at chefiq.com.
Cubs 4, Braves 3. 1 away, 9th inning. Nobody on. The pitch fouled away.
That was a good pitch.
Protective type swing that time.
He got that one going downhill. That's what I like about that one. He got above that one. He got it going down. And to your point, Ozuna, all he could do is a little emergency hack, hopefully just to foul it off.
Valencia with a brand new ball, ready. And he brings it. Ground ball left side, base hit left field. A 1-out single by Marcell Ozuna. Now that was a veteran plate appearance by Ozuna.
I was just going to say, that guy can hit. There's just no doubt about it. He's spoiled pitches. One goes to the backstop and finally gets a pitch in the middle of the plate. Other than the very first pitch of the at-bat, what does he do? Smoke one in the hole for a base hit.
Ozuna will leave the game for a pinch runner. We'll identify him momentarily. That is Williams at first.
Luke Williams with pinch run.
So Williams running for Ozuna at first. The left-handed batting Harris waiting and drives one in the air to left field. Ian Happ is there near the corner. He'll make the catch. Just shy of the warning track, and that's out number 2. The throw in gets away from Dansby, but not very far. Now the Braves are down to their last chance. Tying run at first. Ah-Sung Kim is due up. And Kim, in his first game as a Brave, is in the hot seat now with 2 outs in the 9th inning. Luke Williams, the potential tying run at first. He's got a big lead. It looks like he might go. He does not. The pitch fouled away by Kim. Bruce Levine is on the field. He'll grab one of the Cubs if the Cubs can hang on to this lead. 4-3 Cubs, 2 down, top of the 9th. Shaw now really guards the line at third. Don't want to give up an extra base knock here.
Kim was cheating in that first inside fastball. He got out to it.
0-1 to Kim instead of throw to first, not in time. Kim 1 for 3, again playing in his first game as a Brave. Bush holding the runner. Ozuna's replacement, Luke Williams, at first. Williams not running. The pitch in there for a strike. 0-2, Ron. What's up?
Boy, I like the fastball away. I would just stay with that pitch. I wouldn't make the mistake chancing it with a split finger or a slider. I'd go gas away again. Stay right out there with the heaters.
The runner going, the pitch low, and it's a stolen base for Williams. He looked like he was twitching really the entire at-bat, and finally he takes off and steals. And now the potential tying run in scoring position with 2 down in the 9th inning. So the plot thickens. And now the 1-2 from Palencia. Kim checks his swing and does not go on a high outside fastball. Ah-Sung Kim, 1 for 3 in the game. Feet very close together, slightly open stance. Almost no crouch. The 2-2. Bouncing ball toward the middle. It'll be gloved by Horner. Tough play, throw to first. Not in time. Not in time. Holding at third. Williams, I thought Williams might round the bag and try to score on the infield single. Nico went up the middle, backhanded the ball. Tough to get much on that throw. You got to get rid of it off balance. And it really was not that close of a play.
Yeah, it's one of those plays for Nico where I was wondering if he was thinking about throwing the ball to third base, where you catch that ball going across the diamond, knowing the runner is going to round the bag, and instead of throwing to first, you just throw to third base. It's one of those things that as a third baseman, when you're out of the play, you try to just slide right in behind the runner that's coming around third. He's coming into the bag, and then he comes around the bag, and you try to just slide right in behind him in hopes that maybe you got a shot at an out, right? That's one of those plays that doesn't happen too often, but if you're thinking about it, it's a chance.
Eli White, the batter. Cubs trying to hang on, leading 4-3, 2 down, 9th inning. Runners at first and third. The pitch. White hits a high fly ball, shallow center field. Pete Crow Armstrong makes the catch, and the Cubs win the ball game. It's a save for Daniel Palencia. 2 straight wins over Atlanta. And the Cubs pick up a half a game and trail Milwaukee by only 5 in this National League Central Division. It didn't come easy, Ron, but the Cubs get the job done.
No, as we knew going into this series, Atlanta has become a much better team as of late. They're getting a lot healthier. They're getting the heart of their lineup back healthy and able to play. You knew they were going to score some runs in this series, and they've got some really good veteran hitters that are, they're playoff tested. And the Cubs pitching staff has done their job, and the Cubs offense today did enough to win. The important part, Tucker with the big 3-run homer opposite field bomb, you just hope that he is okay with the calf issue, but very nice ball game for the Cubs.
Cubs got all of their runs in the third. And Ron mentioned by Tucker with 2 men on late. Ian Happ's RBI single turned out to be the difference in this game. Momentarily, we're going to go down to our good friend Bruce Vaughn, like right now.
With Justin Turner, and man,